Oh, fantastic. Joy, oh joy, oh joy. Don't know if this is gonna last. Do not know if this is going to last. But we gotta manage. We gotta manage. I think we're back. Should be back. We should be back. Yeah, we're back. Okay, so let me. Yeah, Baker Mayfield's been at home for a while now. We got you. And I gotta go do this whole sequence again. But yeah, we should be back. Added again. Unfortunately. Gotta do this, and that. Still a 0-0 game here. That's all cool. Da-na. Right, everything pretty much should be in order here. Still a 0-0 game, as I've said. Rest in peace to John Madden. Man, it's really gonna be weird, man. He ain't here anymore, man. Like, this is John Madden. He's just gone. R.I.P. to the legend. Oh, come on, man. All right, so everything should now be handled, and we're gonna give this another shot. All right, did you see the Bengals versus Chiefs game? That was crazy. What's going on? All right, so let me explain the situation. I have no idea if this live stream is gonna hang on for the entire run. What has happened is it snowed here today. We got like, what, 2 or 3 feet of snow. It was something like 1 to 2 feet of snow, and it knocked out all the power. So I'm not exactly sure if my internet's gonna hold up. It might still be snowing out here. 1st and 10, and Nick Chubb just breaks it. Huge run here for Nick Chubb. Gets them into Steelers territory. What's going on, Steven? Hope you're enjoying your day. So yeah, we're gonna have to try and manage for now and see how this goes. I do not know if this is gonna hold up for the entire game. Because again, I do not know how the power situation is out. For all I know, the power could get knocked out again, and then boom, we just go dark here. I hope that won't be the case, but it could very well happen. 1st and 10 here, just another run. They're going to make a stop here. 2nd down for Cleveland. But yeah, we're going to... Steelers saying what's going on, man. But we're going to see if we can manage this. We're going to see if we can manage this for now. I mean, that's all I can really do. If it acts up again, that just might be it. Peace out, man. Yeah, man. 0-0 game here. Cleveland is marching. They are moving the ball down the field. 2nd and 8 here for the Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield under center. They're going to motion it. Landry and hand him the ball, and he's going to pick up 7 yards. 3rd down and 1. What was your reaction to the Week 18 schedule? I mean, there's going to be a lot of games that determine some playoff spots in the AFC. Not really any reaction there. It's just like, okay, so we got interesting games. We're not really going to know who's going to make the playoffs until, what, the end of the night, potentially? You know, depending on how the situation goes, we're not going to know who clinches, especially in the AFC until, you know, Sunday Night Football. So, should be interesting. Third down and 2 here. Oh, that's a jump. That's a false start right there. That's going to move them back 5 yards. False start on Cleveland. Who's your defensive player of the year? There's several candidates. I don't have one specifically that I would pick. Though I would definitely say, you know, the way we've seen Parsons play, the way we've seen TJ Watt play, the way we've seen Diggs play. I mean, you got several players, like, even though some of them are like, what, rookies and playing their first seasons, the way they've put up, you know, a defensive performance this year. Honestly, I could see TJ Watt winning it again. 3rd down and 7 for Cleveland here because of the false start. Baker takes the snap. Looks towards his right. Pressure's coming. He's going to step up. He's going to throw. And he's not going to get it to Landry. Incomplete. 4th down. They're going to have to punt this football. Actually, they might be at field goal range. So it depends on what they want to do here. You should do these live streams for the NBA. I'll be sure to do it for the playoffs, but regular season NBA games, I don't know if I have the time for that. Especially not this year, because I got other projects I plan to do after. Well, first I got to wait for the Ravens season to end, and then the projects will definitely, kick up as the NFL season comes to a close. Oh, they're going to go for this year on 4th down. Hey, you know what? Their season's already over. Throw cautious to the win. You're trying to win a football game. Pressure's coming. Baker takes a snap. Looking, firing. The ball gets tipped. Incomplete. And Baker takes a shot. Turnover on down. Steelers will get the football. So I'll be sure to cover the NBA playoffs. I definitely will be covering some NBA playoff games. But for the regular season, probably not going to do that. I got some things I want to work on after the Ravens season ends and after the NFL season ends. So I'll be doing that. Who is your NBA team? I'm a Miami Heat fan. Was this season as bad as 2015? No. Because, the team still, despite that, the team technically, if they have the biggest luck in the world, somehow they could sneak into the playoffs. And that's how crazy it is. But 2015, our season ended in week 13. The minute Flacco went down, we knew it was over.
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing. Can you say that again?
Who called you, Alexa? Quiet. But, in terms of 2015, when Flacco went down, we definitely knew the season was over. When Lamar went down, I had the same sentiment that the season was over. But we still had an opportunity. When Flacco went down, the season was actually over. But in this case, we have until, we got 1 game left. And technically, if everything goes in our favor, we could still make the playoffs, which is weird. But, it is what it is. So I wouldn't say this is as bad as 2015. But this was definitely a frustrating season because it was a team that you felt could really contend. And based on how they've played, injured, you just feel that if they had their guys, they would definitely be a 13-win team, at least. Hey, man, how are you today? I'm currently at my music rehearsal. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Hope you're enjoying your day as well. Had some snow here, but it is what it is. I do not have a favorite food. But, yeah, it's weird. Baltimore still has a chance to make the playoffs heading into Week 18. Everything has to work in their favor, but they still technically have a chance. They need, 3 other teams to lose, and then they need to win their football game. At the end of the day, I said at some point you have to win a game if you want to try to make the playoffs. But like I said, this team has not won a football game since Lamar Jackson was a starter. So, it is what it is. But right now, this Steelers defense is showing up and putting on the performance. Derrick Henry could be back very soon. He'll be back for the playoffs. He's going to be back for the playoffs. So, that should be nice. How often is it that the Ravens root for the Steelers or vice versa? Not that often, if ever. We don't really root for the Steelers, and the Steelers don't really root for us. If anything, the Browns may end up being the outlier in a situation where we root for them against the others. But Ravens and Steelers fans don't really root for each other in certain situations. 1st and 10. Harris with a great run here. Picked up a couple yards. I like the Miami Heat. New big. 2nd and 5. What? Oh, they're going no huddle. Okay. Now, the Jags ain't going to win against the Colts. Don't think they're going to win. I've already said our season was over, but, whatever happens, happens. I'm not. The Ravens fans that are still holding out hope, you're just putting stress on yourself. I stopped stressing the minute Lamar went out. 2nd and 5. Quick throw here to Deontay Johnson. Picks up the 1st down. Like I said in Week 14, the minute Lamar went out, I said season was over. So, as long as the Ravens fight to the end and compete, I'll live with the results. I'm not about to stress myself over this. Ravens fans owe Lamar an apology. They were really saying Huntley is better than Lamar. Mind you, he has 1 win this season. That's good. Got to jump. Got to jump. Big Ben with the play downfield. It was close. He was going for Deontay Johnson. Just could not connect, but there should have been a flag. Where's the flag? That was an offside. Where's the flag? What the? That was offside. Where's the flag? Oh, wow. Refs really came blind today, huh? So now, okay, 2nd and 10. But yeah, I wouldn't say Ravens fans. I'll say some Ravens fans. I've already talked about this fan base being divided, but not every Ravens fan was saying that crap. That was just some. 2nd and 10. Draw play here with Harrison. He's going to pick up 8 yards. Najee is running hard today. But yeah, I would say some Ravens fans, not all Ravens fans. I don't owe Lamar an apology because I was not saying that nonsense. As Titans fans say, winter is coming. We'll see how that holds up for the most part. But, you know, just get Henry back and you guys got a great chance. Also, did you see Bud Dupree was wanted for questioning due to an altercation at Walgreens? I did not see that. 3rd down and 2 coming up here for the Steelers. Are NBA players more athletic than NFL players? You can make the argument. I wouldn't say they're about even. You know, I would say in some cases, yes, some cases, no. 3rd and 2. Oh! Nah, he picked up the first down. That second push had to have gotten him the first down. Depending on where they're going to mark it, he might be just short or he's at the line. So it may be 4th down in inches or it's going to be a first. Nope, they're going to say 4th down here. 4th and inches. Steelers are going to keep their offense on the field. You can make the argument and say NBA players are probably more athletic, and you could say NFL players are definitely more physical than NBA players. If you actually watch Najee play, he always makes the first bad miss. Watch him do it. Yeah. Oh, trust me. He never, like, you don't really see Najee lose yards. Like, you don't really see that happen. 4th down and 1. They gave it to the fullback. Does he get it? He got that. That should be a first down. That should be a first down there. That's a first down. Deontay is underrated. In some cases, he is. In other cases, not necessarily. Especially when he's dropping the ball. When he's not, oh, trust me, he's definitely underrated. But when he is, oof, no one is looking at him. All refs are blind when the wind is in their face. That's a fair argument. At least this game is better than their wild card game last year. I would assume so. I mean, when you start the game off with the well, not even a safety, but with a touchdown, because with a defensive touchdown from your opponent, because you can't properly snap a football, you already know you're in for a bad moment. 1st and 10, quick throw here to Deontay Johnson. He tries to break a tackle, but he gets tackled behind the line. There's Tyreek Hill, no comparison. Who is as fast as Hill in the NBA? Well, you know, you had a couple people. You know what? I'm going to try and say Ja. There's no one who's... honestly, I couldn't tell you who's as fast in the NBA because it's not like NBA players are really speeding down the court every single time. But you look at some of the fast players, I don't think there's anybody that's as fast as Hill in the NBA. But I know some fast... Oh, deep shot here from Ben. Deep shot going for... He was going for James Washington. Could not connect. Incomplete here. 3rd down and 10 for the Steelers. I mean, John Morant should get some consideration because he's fast. But I just don't know if there's any NBA players that are as fast as NFL players because that's NFL players, especially receivers, that's their job. You know, that's their job. And they focus on getting speed. It's not always about speed. Obviously, skill and technique and route running and catching, there are many aspects. But when you're one of those receivers that have speeds and you're a speedster, that plays a role. NBA players, you don't really need speed to be able to thrive there. It's not really like that. 3rd down and 10. Quick throw here to Deontay Johnson. He's going to be marked short. Is Jonathan Taylor out for the season? I would have to check for that. I really can't believe we got to wait another year for the Ravens to get into the playoffs next year. It is what it is. I mean, that's just football. That's sports. It happens. Your team doesn't make the playoffs every single year. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. They're not going to go for this field goal here. An NBA player that could play in the NFL, well, for one, not actively, but an NBA player that could have played in the NFL, Allen Iverson, easily. Allen Iverson was a football player and a basketball player. He could have played. 4th down and 5. Quick throw here, and it was almost picked off. So now you have the Steelers turning the ball over on downs, and Cleveland gets the ball back. So if we're looking at an NBA player, I would definitely say Allen Iverson because he was a football player and a basketball player. He just went with basketball. And then if we're talking about an NFL player that can be an NBA player, again, he's also retired, but oh, that should have been picked. That should have been picked. That should have been picked easily. But if there's an NFL player that could have easily been an NBA player, Antonio Gates. He was a basketball player. He played college basketball. He just chose to go with football. He played basketball and football, so he could have gone either way. So an NBA player I say could play in the NFL, Allen Iverson. An NFL player that could play in the NBA, Antonio Gates. First down and 10 here for Cleveland. They're going to hand this off to Nick Chubb, and Nick Chubb's going to get a good run here, about 6 yards. Second down. From what I'm seeing here, I don't see any reports on that, so I don't think Jonathan Taylor is out for the season. I don't think his injury is that bad, so I think he's fine. So yeah, no, he should be fine. I don't think he's out for the season, so they should still have him. 2nd and 6 here for the Browns. First quarter's coming to an end. I don't know if they're gonna snap it. Baker, quick throw. Oh, the ball is tipped in the air by TJ Watt, but it's incomplete. 3rd down and 6 coming up here. That would have been amazing if he got another turnover here. Is this gonna be a rushing game? I mean, maybe. Allen Iverson or Oscar Robinson? I mean, I'm going to go with Allen Iverson because I watch AI play. I know what the Big O brings to the table. I know what he brings to the table in terms of a player, but I never got to watch him play, so I cannot fully assess his game. I watched Allen Iverson's career, so I know what he brings to the table. So I'm going to have to say AI. But, I mean, you know Oscar Robinson was a triple-double man before Russ took over, so, yeah, you know what he brought to the table. He was a hell of a player. 3rd and 6, and TJ Watt just comes out and sacks Baker Mayfield. 4th down. Flag is on the play, but it looks like it's going to be a hold. We'll see. Because I swear I saw some holding on one side. Holding on maybe... a legal motion on the offense. So that's going to hold up. TJ Watt gets the sack on Baker Mayfield, and the Browns offense proceeds to go 3 and out. That ends the first quarter here. We are still scoreless. It's a 0-0 game here in Heinz Field in Ben Roethlisberger's final home game of his career. But yeah, TJ Watt is a monster. I think he definitely deserves to... I mean, I'd pick him. If I'm going to pick somebody for Defensive Player of the Year, I'm picking TJ Watt. That's just me. But, you know, whoever they choose to pick is whoever they choose to pick. I'm picking TJ Watt. But that's just my whole thing. Because this man TJ Watt is a monster. Let's center. So that's what we're doing now. He might as well just play every position. Looks like the Chargers-Raiders game got flexed to Sunday Night Football. Yeah, so that's the most important game because I think those two teams right now, they are definitely, it's coming down to wire because both those teams are trying to clinch a wild card spot. The funny thing about it is, like, if you for the hopeful Ravens fans, if you just play it out and somehow you get lucky to have everything work out for you, let's say what is it? The Colts lose to the Jags, and I think Miami loses to whoever they got to lose to. Let's just say everything works out for you. You win your game, and two other teams that you need, or two other opponents that you need to lose, they lose. It'll still come down to that Chargers-Raiders game, and you'll need the Chargers to win in order to make the playoffs. So if everything somehow works out, the Ravens literally could be watching Sunday Night Football and be praying that the Chargers win, because if the Chargers get that win, the Ravens go in. But that's assuming everything works out. So by Sunday evening, we will potentially know whether or not the Ravens have been officially eliminated or not. Well, I mean, if they lose their game against the Steelers, obviously they're eliminated, but we'll see. Chiefs versus Broncos plus Cowboys versus Eagles on Saturday. They've got games on Saturday too? Really? I haven't actually checked Week 18 schedule, so I don't exactly know what times they've got set up. Yeah, they do. Chiefs, Broncos, Cowboys, Eagles. But I mean, Eagles have already clinched a playoff spot. Cowboys have already won the division. This game doesn't necessarily matter. Both teams are going to the playoffs. Washington's already been eliminated. Who cares? Yeah, so, you could honestly sit back here and say, be in a position where you have to wait until Sunday Night Football. Yeah, you need the Patriots to beat the Dolphins, and you need the Jaguars to beat the Colts. And then you would have to sit back and wait for Sunday Night Football. Warren Moon or Dante Culpepper? I just enjoyed Dante Culpepper's career more, but I'd probably say Warren Moon probably takes that consideration for the better player. We beat Steelers. We beat the Steelers. Pats beat the Dolphins. Colts lose the Jags. Chargers lose to the Raiders. Yeah, that's what you need. So if everything works out, you will still be watching Sunday Night Football to determine whether or not the Ravens are going to make the playoffs. Quarterbacks with 60,000 career passing yards and 2 Super Bowls: Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, and Peyton Manning. So now he's kind of just waiting to get into Canton. You already know he's going in first ballot Hall of Famer. TJ is leading in sacks once again. No surprise, this guy's a monster. Who needs to win tonight, Pittsburgh or Cleveland? Well, I think Pittsburgh technically isn't eliminated today. Meanwhile, Cleveland is. So Pittsburgh needs to win tonight to keep their season alive. They got several scenarios that need to play out, one including having to win here and then beating the Ravens. But, if the Steelers want to keep their season alive, they better win tonight. Now, in terms of the Ravens, you need the Steelers to win as well. So technically, the Steelers have to win for themselves, and they would indirectly be helping the Ravens because Cleveland has to lose one of their games. 2nd and 3 here. Ben looks towards his right, fires. It is caught by Claypool. No, oh, wait, no, that is not Claypool. That is McLeod. Wrong person. First down. I think there's a possibility that the Saints can make a run in the playoffs to the Super Bowl, even with our offense ain't looking good, but our defense is very good. I mean, unless you're going to meet the Bucs 3 times, I don't see how you guys are going to make a run for the playoffs. If you're meeting the Bucs every single time in the postseason, by all means, but even though your defense is good, wow. Najee took a beating right there. Even though your defense is good, I don't see how you would be able to deal with the Packers. Maybe the Rams, because the Rams are inconsistent, but the Packers, I just don't see it. Adrian Peterson or Marshall Faulk or Derrick Henry. I know what Adrian Peterson has done, and I know what Adrian Peterson has still done, even as recent as 2 years ago. I'm gonna say Adrian Peterson for me, but Derrick Henry is a beast and a monster, and we know what he brings to the table. 2nd and 10, flag is on the play, but the catch is made by McLeod, and it will be 3rd down and short unless this flag is against Pittsburgh. I wouldn't be surprised if a 7th seed made the Super Bowl with this season. I already said the 2 number 1 seeds aren't going to the Super Bowl. Offsides on the defense. 5-yard penalty and repeat 2nd down. I already said the 2 number 1 seeds in each conference is going to go one and done. That's just how I feel it's going to be. So I have some concerns about the Packers. But hopefully that doesn't hold up. I just feel like it's such a weird year that anybody can make the Super Bowl if you just get into the playoffs. That's just how it is right now. 2nd down and 5 here for the Steelers. They're back in Cleveland territory. Pump fake from Ben. Throws to Najee, and he picks up the 1st down. And he's still grinding. Picking up a couple extra yards. So 1st down is going to be picked up here. Oh, Ben's done this. Oh, he almost lost the handle of the ball right there. But Ben's done that so many times throughout his career with these pump fakes. And he's gotten a lot of defensive players in the air. Ben tonight, 9 of 14 for 37 passing yards. Not much done so far, but, 1st and 10. Ooh, quick. Ooh. It was a throw to McLeod, but he got lit up there, and no flag was on the play. I don't think there should have been a flag on the play. Let me take a look at this. Did he hit him before the ball came to him? Nah, that's right on time. That's just a good play. That's just good defense right there. Nah, that's just good defense. Came at him right at the same time the ball hit his hand. So, nah. 2nd and 10 here. Ben making some adjustments here. Empty backfield for him. He's going to take the snap. Some pressure's coming. He's going to throw over the middle, and Deontay Johnson cannot make the catch. Incomplete. 3rd down and 10 now for the Steelers. Should there be an 8 seed? No more first-round buys for the... No. Hell no. We should stop adding playoff spots. It's not supposed to be an easy thing to make the playoffs. If you add 8 seeds now, that means half the teams in each conference can make the postseason. It just starts to get easier and easier to make the playoffs. It's not supposed to be that way. We don't need any more playoff spots. I was already conflicted with 7 playoff spots because I felt the number 1 and the number 2 seed deserved their first round buys. You were the top 2 teams, but now you just got 1, so the 2nd seed gets punished and they get nothing. 3rd down and 10, quick throw here to Claypool. He tries to keep his feet, but not much there. So, a flag's on the play. Wow, 2 flags were thrown. Do you think Russell Wilson is leaving the Seahawks after this year? Potentially. Potentially. Brian Scalabrine or Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan. Though, if we're talking about 2K. Wow. They call... Clowney, why did you rip his... Why would you rip his cleats off? This is weird, bruh. Why are you ripping his cleats off? That's one. I know it's a ridiculous. That one is a ridiculous reason they get called for the flag, but that is definitely unsportsmanlike conduct. Like if you did that back in the early 2000s, you would get flags for that just for being stupid. Like that's one of those flags the refs will throw and say why, because now you're delaying the game. It's stupid, but like there's no reason for Clowney to just you rip this dude's cleats off and then you just threw it. For what? I mean, come on. You got to be smarter than that. That's just dumb. Like, that's actually dumb. Even in the 2000s, they would flag you for that because that's just stupid. There's no reason to do that. All right, 1st and 10 here. Because Clowney wanted to be a clown for no reason, the Steelers get the ball inside of the red zone and pick up 7 yards here by Harris. 2nd down for them. No reason to do that. Who are you taking, Bo Jackson or Barry Sanders? It's very close. Bo Jackson if he never got injured. I'll take Barry Sanders. It's very close. I could take either or, but it's very close. 2nd and 3 for the Steelers. Handing it off to Najee again. And Najee's going to pick up the 1st down. It is now 1st and goal for the Steelers. Clowney finna be locale of the week. No. He's not finna be locale of the week. There is not a damn, unless you got somebody out there that commits a crime to the point where they get thrown in prison, there is nobody else that is taking locale of the week away from Antonio Brown. Let's just not even try that. We know who the locale of the week is here. 1st and goal. First and goal here for the Steelers. Ben, quick throw to Deontay Johnson. He catches it, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. And they are the first to score here. That was a great drive for the Steelers. Honestly, should have resulted in the field goal, but Clowney wanted to be dumb. So that's his problem. I don't know why you decided to get an unnecessary flag because you wanted to throw someone's shoe. But that was nice. Looked like he was going to just hand the ball off, but now he took that snap and immediately threw. It was a slant right there. He immediately threw that play to Deontay Johnson, and he held on and made the catch. Were you impressed with the Packers' win yesterday? I'm not necessarily impressed. I'm just glad to see them beating teams they're supposed to beat. You know, a Vikings team without a Kirk Cousins, I expect you to dominate, and they dominated, so... Yeah, I'm not saying I'm really impressed with what I saw from the Packers. That doesn't prove much from me. The Packers pretty much played the way I expected them to play. So, yeah. You know, it wasn't an impressive win, but, you know, a win is a win, and it was a good win, and it showed that they could still beat the bad team, so that's good. But, you know, we just got to see what they can do in the postseason. I'm not worried about the regular season at this point when it comes to the Green Bay Packers. I'm worried about the playoffs. I need to see what this defense is going to do come postseason, because that's where my focus is. I do not trust this secondary of Green Bay. They also struggle to stop the run. That's going to be a problem for them. You got a team like Arizona where you got Kyler Murray. You know what he brings to the table, and you know his mobility and how he could just take off if he sees any crease. If they have trouble stopping the run and their secondary is questionable, they're going to have some problems when it comes to dealing with the Cardinals. The Cowboys, no matter what, I don't care whether it's in Dallas or in Green Bay. In this situation, they'll definitely be in Green Bay. So, they'll be playing at Lambeau Field. I have no confidence in the Cowboys beating the Packers. I feel like if the Cowboys meet the Packers in the playoffs, it's a wrap. It's a clear wrap for me. Buccaneers, it'd be interesting to see the Packers deal with that again because we saw how they played last year. So it'd be an interesting game, but if their defense chokes the way they did last year, it can be problematic. Eagles could also give some problems to the Packers because, again, Jalen Hurts, his mobility as well and ability to take off if he doesn't see anything. Not to mention they have a pretty solid run game. Good running teams give problems to the Packers. So I think the Eagles will give them some fits, but I don't see the Packers losing in that case. And then also you would look at the Niners because, again, their run game would also give trouble to Green Bay. Any team that has a good running game will give some fits to Green Bay, and that's where my problem is. If the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, I won't know whether to laugh or cry. I'm not going to cry, and I'm not going to laugh. I am going to give them a complete round of applause. Everybody's got to give them a round of applause if they somehow manage to get to the Super Bowl. That's just full credit to them. They finally lived up to what their fans have been saying for, 25, 30 years now. They finally got back to a title game and finally went to a Super Bowl and won. If that happens, we got to give them credit. Cardinals choked the second half of the season. Yeah, when you have Kyler hurt and missing 3 games, and then you get DeAndre Hopkins to get hurt, obviously you're going to start playing very poorly. It just happens. I don't got Green Bay winning the Super Bowl because they always choke. That's pretty much how it's been the last couple years, but I'm still going to stick with Green Bay. At some point, I have to believe they're going to get it together. Otherwise, it's just going to be a bad look for the organization. And it feels like I'm just going to have to put it in the hands of Aaron Rodgers. I trust Aaron Rodgers more than I trust the Packers as a whole, but, it's up to A-Rod to just perform when I need him to perform, and if he can't, it is what it is. Browns had one good season for the past 10 years. It's been unfortunate. They have not been great at all in the 2010s. They finally got a winning season last year, and then now they're back to losing. And, this offseason is going to be very interesting for them. We'll see how that goes. The Cowboys can't beat any top team outside of their NFC conference. I already said I don't see them beating anyone like the Packers, the Bucks, the Rams. I don't think they're beating them. I don't think they're beating the Cardinals. 1st and 10 here, giving the ball to Chubb, and this Steelers defense is all over it tonight. They are making stops. Who's your postseason and regular season GOAT? I don't really have GOATs in this question. Regular season GOAT, I don't have a regular season GOAT and a postseason GOAT. I don't really have that. I don't do regular season, postseason GOAT. Everyone chooses who their GOAT is, and it's just a mix on the career. I don't have regular and postseason GOATs. 2nd and 9, Baker. Oh, another pass batted down. 3rd down and long coming up here. If Packers win the Super Bowl, they better give MVP to Rodgers. If the Packers win the Super Bowl, it's going to be because of Aaron Rodgers. So, obviously, he'll be getting the Super Bowl MVP. I don't think it's going to be a situation where Aaron Rodgers plays bad and you have, let's say, the defense carry him or Aaron Jones carry him. Brady's the postseason GOAT. Obviously, you got to give that to him. I don't really rank regular and postseason. You just give it to whoever's been the most successful, which has been Brady. So, yeah, that's just how it is. 3rd down and 9 here for the Browns. Empty backfield here. Baker takes the snap, and he just... Oh, my goodness. My God. I know the Steelers are putting a lot of pressure on this Browns offensive line, and they're definitely putting a lot of pressure on Baker, but you gotta give your guy a better ball than that. You just threw it to the he gotta make that catch, but you did not put your guy in a position to do anything there. That was not a good throw by Baker. There was nothing there. That's just good defense. That's great defense, and the amount of pressure you see the Steelers putting on the Browns, it's showing, but man, Baker, you gotta deliver a better pass than that. That's a screen you're trying to run. 4th and 9 here. They're going to have to punt this football. All right, McLeod with the ball. He's going to get them up to the 42-yard line. A lot of Browns fans are done with Baker. Yeah, the Browns fan base has been divided. You have a good chunk of the fans that are so done with Baker, they want him gone and they want a new quarterback. Move on from him. And then you got a good chunk of Browns fans that still completely believe in Baker Mayfield. They just think it's a bad season for the team. They see he's injured and they believe he will be back next year. That's their franchise quarterback. So the fan base is definitely divided between the two. That was a good play by the running back. It could have potentially been a good play right there, but, it didn't work out. There's no way I see Baker playing for the Browns next season. I could see it. I mean, they don't have to pay him or extend him. One, they don't have to extend him. He still is going to have that fifth-year option, so they don't have to extend him. That's one. And two, they could still pay him, just not the money you were assuming he's going to get. He's not getting $40 million. I don't see the Browns doing that. Joe Burrow, the best quarterback in the AFC North, in my opinion. Based on how he's looked this season, you got to give it to him. We'll see if that holds up next season, but based on how he's performed this year, you got to give it to him. It's a year-to-year basis, You looked at 2019, Lamar by far was just better than anybody there. Then you looked at 2020, and it was a mixed bag. Some people said Baker, some people still said Lamar, and, some people were pointing at Ben. Now you got 2021, and you got Joe Burrow that's looked like the best quarterback in that division. We'll see if that holds up into next year, but right now, as the division champs, you got to give it to Burrow. I always like to assess it year by year, but I also like to assess a complete body of work. So we know what they bring to the table. I know people like to look at what have you done for me lately, and they just like to move on to the new shiny toy instead of looking at the whole body of work because, fans in general just have the mindsets of 3-year-olds. They see the shiny new toy, and they all of a sudden just ignore what another player has done throughout their entire career. That's just how it is, That's why players don't really take what any fan says seriously. So that's just how it is, But yeah, based on how Joe Burrow has played this year, you can make the argument he's definitely the best quarterback in the AFC North. And, you just give him that credit for this year because he played like it. So credit to Burrow. Hopefully he can continue this because, it's not just about being great for 1 year. You have to be consistent. So get into the playoffs, see what they can do, see if they can go on a run. If not, come back next year and play at this level again. Or play great and get your team back to the postseason. It's not just 1 year of playing great and then nothing. Like, even if the following year he's not putting up the numbers he's putting up this year, if he can still get the Bengals to the playoffs, that's still a great quarterback doing his job. That's just how it is. So this year, you got to give it to Burrow. He's been the best quarterback in the AFC North this year, and he's played like it. 1st and 10 here for the Steelers. Play action here, Ben. Quick toss here. And going to be stopped right there. So no gain here. Can the Bengals actually win their first playoff game since the 90s? Absolutely. As long as Burrow's healthy, they can definitely win that game. I don't trust the Bengals. They always blow opportunities like this. Yeah, so until they prove somebody wrong, no one's going to trust them. So I wouldn't trust them either. They got to prove themselves. Steelers looking somewhat decent in this game so far. I mean, yeah, they're looking decent. They're not trying to force anything down the field, and the defense has been completely on it today. Bengals fans are getting cocky for finally winning something. They're free to get cocky. Their team finally won something, I always say you don't speak until your team does something. Ben fumbles the football, but he gets it. Ooh. Clowney got to Ben, caused him to fumble the ball, and Ben has to sit on it. So it's going to be 3rd down and long here. That was dangerous. The Steelers are getting pressure on the Browns because of what happened in the AFC wildcard game last season. I'm not going to say it's directly because of that. They're just getting pressure because they're outmanning these guys. This is a good job by the Steelers defense. They got better energy right now. I swear Browns fans can never be happy. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it is. Jimmy G is going to one of those teams. I doubt it. Remember this, Baker's been dealing with an injury all season. I think he'll get a pass. We'll see if that's the case, but I don't know. It's up to the franchise. 3rd and 16. A toss here to Najee, and he got most of it back, but he's going to be well short. So it's going to be 4th down here. Whistle was already blown. It's going to be 4th down here, and they're going to have to punt this football. But yeah, I mean, he might get a pass, but I don't know. I don't know if Baker's going to get a pass for how he's played. He has not looked great for much of this season, and tonight he also has not looked great. So I don't know if they're going to give him a pass because of him dealing with injury, but it's up to the franchise if they want to pay him, I still think he's going to be there next year. I don't see Baker Mayfield going anywhere. I still think that's their guy, but, it is what it is. Baker is a first overall pick, so I think they'll give him another year to prove himself. That's what I think will be the case. And even if they extend him, they're not giving him $40 million. I already said that. Well, Steelers looking somewhat decent. Yep, that's true. Is it me or do the Broncos not know how to draft a quarterback? It's John Elway who doesn't know how to draft a quarterback. He's the one drafting these huge quarterbacks that are like 6'6" and above. Freaking Paxton Lynch. What was he thinking? Let them thrive in pain. Good thing nobody got hurt with Jalen Hurts and the fans. Oh, you mean the Eagles? Well, I mean, good thing no one got hurt with it. Yeah, true. The best quarterback the Broncos ever drafted was Jay Cutler. That is... Wait, what? What? I don't even... you're trolling. I'm just going to move on. Jimmy G's final season as a 49er. I don't know if that's going to be the case. Sorry my squad couldn't beat the Bengals for y'all. I mean, you guys are focused on your own thing. It doesn't matter about it. It's not about favors. It's not like we asked you guys, hey, Chiefs, can you beat the Bengals for our Ravens? It's not really like that. It's not really like that. I'm not sitting there and saying Jay Cutler was the best quarterback the Broncos ever drafted. And yeah, I know about Elway. I know. But I still wouldn't, even with that, I'm still not saying Jay Cutler was the best quarterback drafted by them. You will never get me to support Jay Cutler in anything. Was he the most talented? Yeah. But best? Hell no. I'll give you most talented. That dude had all the talent in the world and he wasted it. You're not going to get me to give any props to Jay Cutler. Just not going to happen. Oh, I think he meant with the railing collapse at the Eagles game. Oh, okay. Oh, that happened? I did not know that happened. Don't apologize, but it's not your Chiefs' job to win for either the Ravens or the Steelers. Exactly. It's not the Chiefs' job to win for us. Jay Cutler was good. Yeah, we know Jay Cutler had talent. I do not deny his talent. I do not deny his talent at all. But the guy was not motivated and he didn't really care. Even his former teammates said that. The man had all the talent in the world and he didn't care. I don't care how y'all feel. I will take Tim Tebow over Jay Cutler. Tim Tebow's not a better... Honestly, for me, I'd say Tim Tebow was a better Bronco than Jay Cutler was because he actually cared about the game of football. Talent-wise, Jay Cutler is just far better than Tim Tebow. We know Tim Tebow couldn't throw. But I want a player that wants to win. I want a player that cares about the game of football. Jay Cutler did not care. What's the point in having all this talent? The guy doesn't care. That pisses me off. I can work with a player that's limited. I can work with them. And when it came to Tim Tebow, he cared about football. He loved football. As a coach, I'm going to get somebody to help him improve in the passing game. We're going to have him work out with several people in the offseason, improve his game and everything like that. Because I know that's somebody that cares. That's somebody that wants to win. That's somebody that cares about the game of football. Jay Cutler didn't care about the game of football. He didn't. So, yeah, I will take Tim Tebow over Jay Cutler. Because Tim Tebow, though he is not better than Jay Cutler as a thrower, Jay Cutler is far more talented than Tim. Well, I'm not going to say far. Well, as a passer. As a passer, he's far more talented. We know Tim Tebow was mobile. But as a passer, he's definitely more talented than Tebow. But Tebow had passion, and he cared about the game. I can work with that. We can get him some passing coaches and teach him how to throw the football properly. We can help improve him. With Jay Cutler, I can't improve motivation. I can't improve attitude to the game. The guy didn't care. So, no, I don't want Jay Cutler as my quarterback. Even former players who played alongside him called him out and said, yeah, he did not care about football. That was as simple as that. I don't care how talented he is. I don't want a quarterback like that running my team or running my offense. Don't want that. So, yeah, Tim Tebow, in my opinion, would be the best quarterback the Broncos had because he cared about football. It could have been Jay, but Jay didn't care. Oh, my God, Baker just threw a pick. Baker just threw a pick. He is killing his stock right now. Baker is killing his stock. He just, oh, my God, Baker, what are you doing? What are you doing, Baker? What are you doing? What are you doing, Baker? What are you doing? Oh my God, dude. Njoku is wide open in front of you. What are you doing, Baker? It's an easy read. He's in front of your face. Why are you going for Peoples-Jones? Njoku was wide open, Baker. The dude was wide open. Who were you looking for? $55 career interceptions since 2018. That's 4 more than any quarterback has had. What was he seeing there? Baker, easy read. David Njoku was wide open within your perspective. Who are you looking for? Big Ben takes a shot downfield, misses everybody. He was looking for Claypool. But who the hell? What is wrong with Baker? Njoku was wide open in your face, and you're trying to force the ball to Peoples-Jones? Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Baker. You can't. Okay, Baker. Good job. Yeah, and I'm still just confused on why my team left Chase 1v1 all game. I don't know, man. Was AB in his prime one of the best wide receivers in history? Yeah. He had a 6-year stretch that can only be compared to what Jerry Rice did. 2nd and 10. Najee picking up the first down and more. Holy crap, Baker. What are you doing? This dude said Tebow was the best quarterback Broncos ever had. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll say it over Jay Cutler. I'll say it. Even though it was 1 year, I will say it. I don't care. I can work with a quarterback that cares about football. I cannot work with a talented quarterback that does not care about football. Tim Tebow is somebody I could have worked alongside. I think any coach could have worked alongside Tim Tebow. And if you got him the right people to teach him how to probably throw football, you could have made use of him. You really could have made use of him as a really decent quarterback. Jay Cutler was talented. He didn't care. I can't work with guys like that. I don't think many coaches can work with guys like that. You're not going to win with a quarterback like that.
What an opportunity here for Ben and the Steelers to take control of this football game. A mistake from Baker Mayfield in his own end.
You out Tebow over Elway and Peyton Manning? No. Oh, you mean you put No. I'm saying he's the best quarterback they've ever drafted. If I said he ever had, I must have been making a mistake. I'm gonna get caught with that. I don't know if I've said if I ever had. I meant he was the best quarterback they've ever drafted. Second, if they're talking about the best quarterback they've ever had, that would have to go to. Oh, I don't even know how I'd put that. I mean, I put Peyton Manning over John Elway, but it's very close. Another first down picked up. I mean, technically, if you go outside the draft, Peyton Manning is the best quarterback the Broncos had. Yeah, if we're talking about outside of the draft, it's going to be between Manning and Elway. That's not a discussion. We're talking about people who were drafted. If you're talking about in terms of drafting, Tim Tebow, in my opinion, would be the best quarterback they've ever had drafting-wise because I'm not taking Jay Cutler. I'm not taking a guy that doesn't care about football. But if we're talking about outside the draft, easily it's going to be between Peyton Manning or John Elway. Probably going to give it more to Elway because he won multiple titles with them. But, Peyton Manning would be number 2. It would be John Elway 1. If we're just in or outside of the draft, if we're just talking about best quarterback to ever play for the Broncos, John Elway number 1, Peyton Manning number 2. That's just how it's going to be. But if we're talking about in terms of who the Broncos have drafted, Tim Tebow, in my opinion. I know what Jay Cutler brings to the table, and I know he's far talented. But a guy that does not want to put in the work and doesn't care about football, can't work with him. Who had more passion, Jamarcus Russell or Jay Cutler? Is that a trick question? Unfortunately, I would have to at least pick Jay. He lasted long, and it's not like he stole money. At least he took a team to an NFC title game, kind of. 2nd and 7 here for the Steelers. Ben guns it. Incomplete. Screw passion. If you could throw the rock, here's $500 million. Yeah, you do that, and you see how your team goes. Let's see how far your team goes. Screw passion. If you could throw the rock, here's $500 million. Do that and see how your franchise goes. So when a guy all of a sudden that, doesn't really care, he can throw the football, and he doesn't care, and he goes out there and throws 3 picks, it's like, well, I don't really care about this game. I was kind of focused on something else. And losses don't affect him. See how far your team's going to go. Paxton Lynch or Drew Lock. That's bad. It's bad either way. I'm going to have to say Drew Lock because at least he still has an opportunity to try and prove himself now. We know what Paxton Lynch is. Pump fake from Ben. He fires. It is caught. It is caught by McLeod. Another first down here. Who's better, Kupp or Devontae? Devontae Adams is a better receiver than Cooper Kupp. But Cooper Kupp this year has done a great job to close that gap. So, yeah, I'm going to say Drew Lock. Screw Patrick. Well, that's what the Chiefs said. No. I mean, if you can throw the... Well, Patrick Mahomes has the passion to win football. Like, he's so passionate about the game. So he has the ability to throw the ball, and he's passionate about the game. He cares about football. He's one of those all-time great players that cares. And yes, Patrick Mahomes will be an all-time great player by the end of his career, barring no, career-ending injury. Knock on wood. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, as long as he's healthy and he continues to play for the next 10, 15 years, he's going to be an all-time great quarterback. In fact, what he's already accomplished so far would put him in the Hall of Fame. But we don't do that in, the NFL. You got to earn your title. You can't just be like, oh, he's accomplished this, and that. No, you got to keep playing. You got to keep playing at a high level. Who's better, Julio or AB? I'm taking Julio. Paxton Lynch or Jay Cutler. If we're talking talent-wise, again, it's still Jay Cutler. I just don't want Jay Cutler as my quarterback. I'm not working with dudes that don't care about football. You can't be my quarterback and you don't care and don't have the passion to want to win. We're not going to do anything with that. It's just wasting my time with this talent that doesn't really care. 2nd and goal. Ben throws. Oh, wow. He just threw it out. Completely threw it out. No flag. 3rd down and goal here. And there's a player on the floor right now. We got somebody injured. No, Paxton cared. He just was terrible. Paxton cared. He just was not a good quarterback. You could care about the game of football and just not be a good quarterback. The man was just terrible. He just did not have the ability to play that position. It was unfortunate, but he actually did care about football. He just did not have the talent or the skill to play the quarterback position, which is unfortunate. That's why the Broncos do not know how to draft a quarterback. Mark Brunner was the best quarterback the Jaguars ever had. I mean, I'm pretty sure what was it, 90s? Yeah, you can make that argument. You could say that. You could make that argument. And again, Bortles did get them to a title game as well. So I mean, like, how much credit does he get for that? But man, Browns, I don't know what to tell you, man. I just don't know what to tell you. I just, hi, man. Wow, this man is something different. Browns are just playing terrible right now. Randy Moss or Jerry Rice? I'll give the edge to Jerry Rice, but Randy Moss was a hell of a player. So yeah, I'm still gonna say Jerry Rice in that specific case. But the Browns right now, their offense has been terrible. Holy crap, their offense has been terrible, and Baker has been terrible. I'm still trying to fathom what this man saw. I don't understand what he saw on that interception. Njoku was wide open in his face, but he decides to go to try and force the pass to Peoples-Jones when he's covered. I don't understand it. It was an easy. They schemed it. That was a great play call right there. And Baker just decided to ignore the first read, which was Njoku, and try to force it to Peoples-Jones. David Gerard was the best Jaguars quarterback in my opinion. Oh, Ellis Green is fine. Third and goal here for the Steelers. They're looking to add to their lead here. Ben's taking the snap. He's backing up. Pressure's in his face. He's going to throw incomplete. So 4th and goal here for the Steelers. You might as well just take the field goal. So you might as well just take the field goal here, get the points, be up by 10. It's all good. Ah, Ben didn't see. Oh, if Ben saw that early, that's a touchdown right there. So we're going to get Boswell out there. This should be a layup for him. He should be getting this. 22-yard field goal attempt, kick, easy money. It is good. And the Steelers are up 10-0 against the Browns. They put up 3 points off of the Baker Mayfield pick. And they're up 2 possessions with 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Prime Marshawn Lynch or Derrick Henry. So I got to go with Beast Mode or King Henry. You can honestly go with either or. I don't think you can pick between the two. You know, if you go with Beast Mode, it's not bad. I mean, you go with Beast Mode, you're getting a monster. You go with King Henry, you're getting a monster. So there's no either. You could live with either or, and you will be fine. Who's on your Nevermore Mount Rushmore for quarterbacks in your opinion? Really haven't had much quarterbacks to utilize for this. And you know we really haven't had much quarterbacks. It would really, unfortunately, I'd have to put him here because he at least won a chip. I mean, Lamar obviously is going to be there for one. And then you're going to have Flacco there as well. And unfortunately, I have to put Dilfer. But the last one would have to be Vinny. Vinny would have to be my last one. Vinny actually did hold the franchise record for most passing touchdowns. So, you know, he had the record for most passing touchdowns. And, you know, so, yeah, Vinny did a great job when he was first here. So, I would put him and say he would be on that list. Unfortunately, Dilfer would have to go there because he has a ring. You know, you would just have to say it. He was here, man. You know what? I'm actually gonna switch it. Nah. I'm gonna take Dilfer out. I know Dilfer won a ring, but he was not better than this quarterback. So my Mount Rushmore is going to be Lamar, because he's already the most talented quarterback we've had in franchise history. Lamar, Flacco, Vinny, Steve McNair. Boom. I'm taking this man Dilfer off. McNair was just I know we never won anything with him, but when he was here, you know, that 06 season, we had a chance. So yeah, McNair, Steve McNair. So yeah, I completely forgot. We got somebody, Steve McNair. I don't have to have Dilfer on my list. Steve McNair. Unfortunately, we probably should have beat the Colts in that 06 playoff game, but, you know, we screwed that up. But, yeah, McNair. I'm perfectly fine taking Dilfer off and putting Steve McNair there. So, yeah. Lamar, Flacco, Vinny, McNair. Boom. 2nd down and 8 here for Cleveland. Play action. Baker is rolling to his right. He's going to toss it out of bounds. Yeah, RIP to Steve McNair. Should Marshawn Lynch be in the Hall of Fame? Yeah. If we go quarterbacks in general, the Mount Rushmore will probably be Brady, Peyton, Favre, and Montana. I don't know if you can have Favre over Elway. Like if you're doing Mount Rushmore, I don't think you can put Brett Favre over John Elway. Like that's a toughie right there. I couldn't put Favre over Elway. I would put Elway. I would have Brady, Peyton, Montana, and Elway. 3rd and 8. Baker trying to step up. What is he doing? He's just rolling to his left, throwing, and got somebody. Landry was able to make the catch. They picked up the first down, and now we've hit the 2-minute warning. So, yeah, I would say, yeah, Brady, Peyton, Montana, Elway. If Aaron Rodgers ever gets another championship, he can get there. So I can't put Favre over Elway. If Aaron Rodgers ever gets himself a second championship, I would feel comfortable putting him into that Mount Rushmore area because every single one of these guys, you have to have multiple rings. If you're going to be on the Mount Rushmore column, you have to have multiple championships. Favre does not fit that criteria. So I need A-Rod to get multiple titles. If A-Rod doesn't get multiple titles, I'm keeping Elway in there. So I feel like that's just how it has to be. Should have ran Jamal Lewis more in that playoff game. Yes, they should have. Yes, they definitely should have. Lamar, Flacco, Vinny, McSorley. No, McSorley's not going to be ranked above McNair. Not in this case. I love McSorley, and I love the means, but no. But yeah, I'm going to put McNair there. Yeah, 2-minute warning here. Let's see. Browns need to put some points up. This is really this hasn't been a great performance from this Browns offense. They've looked sluggish. They've made mistakes. Baker has been inaccurate so far the entire first half. You're gonna need a better performance from Cleveland coming into the second half, but for the most part, if they could finish this drive off and put some points up, that would be a good look for them. Technically, Deion Sanders is the best overall player to play for the Ravens. You can make that argument, but it's not like Deion was in his prime when he played for us. That's just basing it off a legacy, and you can make that argument, but, you know, you're still probably going to raise in that conversation. Ed Reed is certainly in that conversation. So, Deion was not in his prime when he played with us. Who has the most passion for football, in your opinion? Tom Brady. Like, in terms of who's playing right now, Tom Brady. In terms of all time, it's a tie between Brady and Manning. Peyton Manning, obviously. So, yeah, if we're talking about all time, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady are at the top, tied. If we're talking about who's playing right now in football, who has the most passion, Tom Brady, by a mile. This dude is obsessed with football. I honestly don't know what Brady would be doing with his life if he wasn't playing football. This man, he breathes. He lives football. 1st and 10 here. Gonna hand this ball to Johnson here. Gonna pick up a couple yards, second down. But yeah, that's an easy question. Who has the most passion? That's Tom Brady. I'm not even gonna deny that. It's Tom Brady. Best Raven probably could go to Ray Lewis. Definitely going to go to Ray Lewis, you know. Incomplete right there. 2nd and 7, a drop. 3rd down coming up here. So yeah, best Raven's going to go to Ray Lewis. But my favorite Raven all time was Ed Reed, so. When will Brady retire? Whenever he feels he can retire. I mean, like, whenever he's finally ready to hang up the cleats and feels like football is no longer what he wants to do, which, honestly, I don't see that happening anytime soon. I see he's going to be here until he's here. Brady's last year is this year. Doubt it. He'll be back next season. Mayfield has all the help in the world, and he does nothing with it. 3rd and 7 here. Okay, flags on the play. If Jay Cutler had Tom Brady's passion, how do you think we'd be talking about him? If he had the passion to play, he might have a Super Bowl. Simple as that. If he had the passion that Brady had, he might have a Super Bowl. He was on the sidelines complaining about, his injury. What was it, his knee? That he was complaining about his knee or his leg. He was on the bike on the sideline in the NFC Championship game when you're going up against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. I saw this man, Phillip Rivers, play an AFC Championship game with a torn ACL. He played that game. That's a man who's passionate about football. But you got this dude, Jay Cutler, freaking complaining and crying about his leg or his knee, and he's on the bike on the sideline. No. So, yeah, if he had the passion that Brady had, he might have a ring on his hands. Because he wasted that Bears defense because they were great. 3rd down and 11. Baker stands in the pocket, fires, and gets a man, Peoples-Jones. He was wide open. That was a great throw by Baker. A lot of pressure in his face right there. He had to gun that one. Who is more talented in your opinion, Brady or Cutler? I would probably look towards Brady. Because Cutler had talent, but it's not like he was accurate. It's just that he had a cannon of an arm. He had a cannon of an arm, but he's not like he was the most accurate. I would still say Brady's more talented. Happy birthday to you, man. Happy birthday. What about Lamar? He has the most passion to me. All he ever talks about is getting Super Bowls and winning, and he don't like losing. Lamar's up there in the conversation, but, I mean, Tom Brady, this is his life. I don't see anything else Tom Brady's going to do besides football. Lamar Jackson's passionate about football and loves football, but I feel that, if he was to have his illustrious career and end it off, Lamar would go on to do something else and still enjoy it. I'm not exactly sure what Brady will be doing honestly, the minute Brady finishes, he needs to join Peyton. He needs to join Peyton. What Peyton's still all around football, doing commentary and stuff, he and Brady need to, have a show. The minute Brady retires, it needs to be Brady and Peyton running some sort of show or broadcast together or something. Because I don't think Brady can be away from football, even if he retires. I honestly can't see him doing anything else. 3rd down and 2, and Baker gets sacked. TJ Watt got him once again. Oh my goodness, got him once again. I'll say Earl Campbell's the most passionate NFL player. I can give you that. I mean, there are definitely passionate. I'm saying Brady's at the top, but it doesn't mean he has to be number 1. You got plenty of passionate NFL players that you can put in that. Baker's so passionate about filming commercials. But yeah, I mean, Lamar definitely deserves to be in that conversation, no question. But I just got to give it to Brady. Honestly, Brady just lives and breathes football. That's just all he does. That's all he does. I honestly do not think he can be away from football even after he retires, whenever that's going to happen. I mean, the dude's, 44 years old, and he's still playing football. He's been in the league. He was drafted in 2000. He's still here. The best quarterback in Bears history, just based on what's happened here, is probably going to go to Jay Cutler. But, I mean, Bears fans don't want to think about that. This is just bad. This is just bad. This is just bad. It's really bad for the Browns offense right now. They can't get anything going. Oof. These practice squad players who are trying their best, they are passionate. Yeah, they're definitely passionate. But I'm not saying there aren't any passionate fans. Trust me, there are plenty. There are plenty of passionate football players. No question. So, Steelers going to run this clock out here, and they're going to head into halftime with a 10-0 lead. This is, oof. Wow, their first half point differential in the previous 5 games was minus 88, but tonight it's a plus 10. If they go into halftime like this will be a great outlook for them. One of the better games you've seen the Steelers play, in a long time. Most passionate fan base in all major sports? I have no clue. There are a lot of passionate fans, and I don't think you can gauge that. I can't say one fan base is more passionate than the others. There are a lot of passionate fan bases out there, and I don't think there's one you can specifically pick. They're just too much to pick from. 2nd and 8 here. Browns may be trying to get the ball back here. They stopped the clock with a timeout. Ben just going to quickly toss it here to Deontay Johnson, who's... I don't know why he went out of bounds. Why did he go out of bounds? He should have stayed in bounds and forced Cleveland to use a timeout. They're trying to get the ball back. They're still trying to see if they can do something. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here. In terms of this more passionate fan base, that can be said about any sport. There's so many incredibly passionate fan base, you cannot pick the most. You can't pick the most. I've seen fans all over in every single sport have passionate fans. I've seen plenty of fan bases all over in multiple sports have crazy fans. So you can't pick a specific one. 3rd down and 7 here. Quick throw. Oh my God, if he gets this. He got the 1st down. So 1st down was picked up. At this point, you just run this clock out. Flag is on the play. For what? Oh my God. Personal foul on Delpit. Oh my God. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. They still have 17 seconds left and 2 timeouts. Now what's to stop Steelers from trying to get into field goal range and make this a 13-0 game? Why? Oh my God. You got to be better than that, man. Why would you do that? He was running out of bounds. There was no reason to hit him. Oh my goodness. Most dangerous could probably go to Raiders fans since they've been known to attack fans of the visiting teams. I mean, I've seen that happen with Philly fans. Not just in football, but also in basketball. I've seen that all over the place. So now they need like a good 15, not 15. They need a good 20 yards to get themselves in a good position. Way to go, Cleveland. 12 seconds left. Like, they have an opportunity to try and get to field goal range. What were your thoughts when AB went Facebook Live after the win versus the Chiefs? I thought it was stupid for him to be doing that. And all it's doing is, giving a fuel to the, New England Patriots, which it definitely did. That's why we saw the game turn out the way it did. I thought it was just stupid. And, I felt that it was something that was going to come back to bite them in the butt, and it did. Most passionate fan base in anime. Can't pick. Too much. I've seen so many passionate fans all over. Cannot pick a specific one. Ben, going deep and up. Nothing there. Knocked away. 3rd down and 6. Defense got to hold up here. Can't give up anything. He was going to Deontay Johnson, and Johnson had a shot at it. Great defensive play there. Great defensive play. 3rd down and 6 here. 7 seconds left on the clock. I mean, for them, they might want to get a quick throw over the middle and then go for... If they can get some yards over the middle, they might go for a Hail Mary. But we'll see. Give Boswell a shot. At this range, nah. Anytime there's a talk about who's the strongest, they're somehow there. With DBZ fans, yeah. I mean, definitely. Because the DBZ world is basically the only world you can look at and say, or at least when it comes to DBZ characters, those are the only characters you can look at and say they're like Marvel and like DC characters or something like that. They're just planetary destroyers. Their power levels far above anything you'll ever see. They can destroy planets with a simple punch and all this other random crap. That's what DBZ is like. You get the same thing when you deal with guys like Superman. Oh, you're faster than the speed of light, faster than the speed of sound. You can run around the planet in 5 seconds. All this other crap that DC does. Same with Marvel. You get that with the DBZ. The DBZ world with our characters, especially with Goku. 3rd down and 6. Oh, Ben's going for it. Oh. Ben threw a pick for no reason. So, Ben just threw a pick for no reason, and that's how the half is going to end. The Browns will receive the second half kickoff. Good stop by the defense, but I don't know what the hell Ben was trying to do. I thought he was going for the end zone, but he said nah. Well, it's a 10-0 game here. Pittsburgh is up 10. Browns looking to get anything going at this point. What's going on, General? Steelers up 10-0 in this game. The Browns will receive the second half kickoff, and we'll see if they can get themselves back into this game. With that being said, I will see you guys in the second half. All right, we are back for the second half here. Cleveland gets the ball to start this second half. So we'll see what they can do with their first possession here. They're going to get good position here. They're going to start at their own 35-yard line. Here we go. This is the only time that I'm rooting for the Steelers. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Nick Chubb, 4 touches in this game. That don't make no damn sense. 1st and 10 here for the Browns. Baker gonna hand this ball off here to Chubb, and he's gonna pick up around 3 yards. Ben is a woman respecter. Okay. Okay. Cleveland Browns have had 24 straight losses after trailing by 8+ points. The longest streak date. Wow, that's crazy. 2nd and 7 here for the Browns. Baker hands it off here to Chubb again, and he's going to pick up 2 more yards, maybe 3 yards here. It's going to be 3rd down and short for them, 3rd and 4 potentially. Browns, I mean, their season's over, but you want to finish on the right foot. You want to be able to finish on the right note and get into the offseason looking at some of the positives you have here.
This guy, pound for pound, as tough as they come, a true downhill throwback type of middle linebacker. If they're going to work Nick Chubb like Kevin Stefanski said they would, I'm sure they're going to meet at some point tonight.
3rd down and 3 here. They're in a good position here. They got to get this. Baker takes the snap. He's looking towards his left. He's going to step up, and he's going to be sacked. Hayward got him, and Cleveland might have to make a decision here. They're probably going to punt this football. That is not how you want to start off your first drive coming out of the locker room. They go 3 and out to start off the second half. That is terrible. There's just no protection there. There's just no protection there. There's not much you can do. There's just no protection there for Baker. You need some protection there, but nah, he steps up and gets sacked. Before down here, they're going to have to punt this football. Not much to look at there. Just not much to look at. Steelers do get the ball back now. First possession of the second half for them. We'll see what they can do here for the most part. Only the Browns, man. It is what it is. How comes every time the Browns are expected to do something, they fall on their face? Because that's just the type of franchise they are. Oh, man. This is just bad for Cleveland all around. This is bad. Trying to get Chubb involved because he only had 4 touches in the first half. They tried to get him involved. There's just not much there. Did you hear another Raiders player got arrested today? No, did not hear about that. If that's the case, that's unfortunate for them. Everything's just been crazy for them so far. Just gonna take this. Everything's just been crazy for them this season. Honestly, whether or not they make the playoffs, it's been a crazy season. I mean, still make the postseason. If the Raiders have a chance to make the playoffs, go out there and make the playoffs. But you know, it's just been a crazy season, man. Steelers gonna have an 8-1 Super Bowl. All right, let's see how they finish this off here. In all honesty, neither quarterback has really played good. Baker has looked bad. Baker has just looked bad the entire first half. Ben hasn't looked great either. The man was 20 of 34 for 96 yards. A touchdown and a pick, but 20 of 34 for 96 yards in the first half. How is that possible? How do you throw the ball 20 times and you've only got 96 passing yards? Like, what? My God. Oh, that immaculate reception. That one was also some BS. We knew it was some BS, but, you know, nothing they could do back then. That was, what, the 70s? So it is what it is. Is it a crime seeing Baker play instead of Joe Flacco not playing? No, it's not a crime. It's just the situation that we see here. 1st and 10 for the Steelers. Ben, play fake here. Throwing. He had Deontay Johnson wide open, and he just threw it away. The Browns are the Browns. Nameless gray faces. Well, that's what Juju said, so, you know. Juju had that statement, and then we saw that worked out for them. But, hey, you know, it is what it is. One's going to leave, so who do you think it will be, Baker or Stefanski? I don't think either one is going to leave after the season. I think Baker's going to have one more year to play it out. They may not extend him, but, you know, they may play, you know, exercise his 5th-year option and just let him play that final season. And I don't see Stefanski leaving, you know, because the first year he comes here, you guys make the playoffs. And you win a playoff game, so, you know, I don't think either one is leaving. 2nd and 10, Najee breaking free. 1st down and more. Oh, he stiff arms a man. Big gain here for the Steelers. Put Flacco in. He's the 3rd greatest quarterback of all time behind Young and Montana. Okay, man, sure. Oh, he stiff armed the hell out of that dude. Dang, man. Oh, my goodness. He really stiff-armed him there. He ain't got to do Stewart like that. He just stiff-armed him. Which a huge gain here. Najee is trying, man. If he can get any looks, he's just going. Najee, man. Over 1,000 rushing yards this season. Man's been doing his job. They have been feeding him the ball. They've been feeding him the ball so much. Flacco or Cutler, that's not a debate. It's Flacco. I don't care what you got to say. We already know what that man did in the postseason, and we know he can definitely take his team to the playoffs. It's not a debate. Najee passed Franco's rookie record. Yeah, I just saw. Franco at, 1,055, and now Najee's at like 1,070. It's crazy. It's crazy, but, you know, he deserves it, man. He's been on it all season. He's been on it. They've been giving him opportunities, and he's been making the best of it. Tonight, 14 carries for 101 rushing yards. Najee's been on it tonight. So, going to give it back to Najee. And bam! Browns defense going to break through and tackle him behind the line. Juju is awesome, and I won't let anyone tell me otherwise. I mean, that's... you're free to have your own statement about that. I won't agree or disagree with that statement. I think he's a good player, and I know what he brings to the table. But I'm not going to agree or disagree with that statement you just said. 2nd down and 11 here for the Steelers. Steelers ain't dropping no 50. I don't know what you smoking to say that. 2nd and 11. Quick throw here to Deontay Johnson. 3rd down coming up for the Steelers. Oh, they're getting lined up quick. No huddle here. Oh, he got to jump. 3rd down and 8. There's the flag. Ben going deep because he can. Incomplete. But, you know, they got the flag. They got the flag. Do you think the Broncos will fire Vic Fangio this offseason after his 3rd straight losing season? I don't think they're going to fire him. You know, they might give him one. Again, it's just they might want to see what he can bring to the table if you give him a good quarterback. Like, he needs a really good quarterback. And Teddy's definitely a fine quarterback, but, you know, he's been suffering a lot of concussions and dealing with injuries throughout the season. So when Teddy's there, they've shown to have some success. When he's not there, they're losing games. If you give him an Aaron Rodgers, let's see what happens with that. So I don't know if they're going to fire him. They may consider firing him. He definitely may be on the hot seat, but it's not really all his fault. The quarterback play hasn't been great throughout his time being there. So what is he supposed to do with that? So 3rd and 3 here. Ben throws. It is caught by Deontay Johnson. Another first down picked up by the Steelers. They continue to move the chains. They are in field goal range. Great move by Deontay Johnson. Great catch right there. That was right where the ball needed to be. Gives your guy a chance. 1st and 10 here for the Steelers. Man, look at Najee, man. He's just breaking tackles and just grinding. 2nd down here. At least you don't have Juju to jinx the season. Here's what it is. Who do you think will take the Jags and Raiders head coaching job? Honestly, I have no clue. I have no clue who wants to take those jobs. I mean, any offensive or defensive coordinator right now that is looking for a position could take it, but I have no clue. Teddy just hasn't been protected, to be honest. He did pretty well in New Orleans when he was backing up Drew Brees. Yeah, if he has proper protection, he could do something. Like, Teddy's a good quarterback, but he's just not – the protection isn't always there. And when it is there, you never know what you're getting from him because he's never really healthy, unfortunately. Another first down picked up here. McLeod coming across the middle. Easy. Pressure was there. That could have easily been a strip fumble, but Ben was able to get it off in time. Myles Garrett was right there to make that play, but McLeod was able to get that ball, picked up the first down, and now the Steelers are inside the red zone. 1st and 10 for Pittsburgh here. Ben, pump fakes, sidearms it, was looking for Deontay Johnson, couldn't hold on, incomplete. 2nd down and 10 here for the Steelers. Well, that looked to be a good catch, and then he turned around and got floored. 2nd and 10 here for the Steelers. If the Rams get the Saints in the wildcard round, assuming the Saints make the playoffs, the Rams will pretty much be getting a bye week playing the Saints. Wouldn't say that. Anything can happen. Ben, where was he throwing that ball? That was a terrible throw. If he was going for McLeod, that was a terrible throw. I mean, I wouldn't say they're not getting a bye week against the Saints. The Rams have shown to be very inconsistent. Look at how they've played their last couple of games. They have shown to be very inconsistent. Hell, they almost lost to the Ravens yesterday, and the Ravens are just decimated with injuries and are on their backup quarterback. And again, Matthew Stafford has shown he can throw his team out of games. Multiple turnovers in a lot of their losses. Lunch break, hot take. What's going on, guys? How you guys enjoying your day? How did you guys enjoy yesterday's debacle? How you feel about that final drive by the Ravens? Poor clock management. Just play calling wasn't great. How did you guys feel about that final drive? How did you feel about the Ravens just in the 4th quarter in general? Because they had control for most of this game, and in that 4th quarter, it just seemed to just switch up on them. They had a chance to score 1st and goal at the 5-yard line, and they just can't get in. And then you get that final opportunity to try and make a stop on 4th down. Odell makes a great catch. Then he gets a touchdown. You get 57 seconds left with the timeout. And 5 losses in a row. Not good. Yeah, first time in Harbaugh's career that his team has lost 5 straight games. It's never happened in the Harbaugh era until now. Field goal is up here, and it's good. So Steelers extend their lead. It is a 13-0 game here. Browns got to get something going. The delay of game killed our team. Yes, it did. That delay of game hurt. That delay of game, it really hurt. But you know what? It is what it is. I don't know why the football gods are trying to torture Ravens fans. They really want to torture Ravens fans to the end, especially those optimistic, hopeful fans. Because a lot of teams got eliminated yesterday, but somehow the Ravens are still in contention. Sad part is they need a lot of help. You need the Chargers, No, not the Chargers. You need the Raiders to lose. You need the Colts to lose. You need the Dolphins to lose. And the Browns are most likely going to lose here. And you got to beat the Steelers. Is Baker Mayfield the worst quarterback? No, he is not. I think we're seeing what this offense really looks like without Lamar running it. Exactly. That's what I said too. It's just like the Russell Wilson effect. Lamar is so great that he's covering up a lot of the issues that have been presented with this offense. And again, with the play calling, I said this yesterday too. When it comes to my issues with Greg Roman, he's a great offensive coordinator, but he reminds me of Mike D'Antoni because his teams, they're going to put up great numbers. They're going to put up historical numbers. They're going to be at the top in terms of offense. But when you get late in those games, when it comes to situational type decision making from your coach, Mike D'Antoni can't do it. Greg Roman has struggled to do it. They just choose to die on their sword. Mike D'Antoni's team will die on whatever play they decide to run, especially with the Rockets. They'll die on three-point shooting. Then you look at with Greg Roman, he will stick to his play calling late in games, and it would just be frustrating. So, Greg Roman reminds me of Mike D'Antoni, which is exactly why I don't like Greg Roman. That actually makes more sense now. And, this offense, a lot of times we've made plays, a lot of clutch plays down the stretch. It's been because of Lamar making those great plays. It's not really the play call. It's just Lamar creating something out of nothing. So, yeah, Lamar is really covering up a lot of the issues here. Similar to what Russell Wilson does for the Seahawks. Like, Russell Wilson's so great, he covers up a lot of the issues. But at some point, it's only going to get you so far. That's why Russell Wilson, it only gets them as far as a divisional round. And with Lamar, it's only going to get you as far as a divisional round. If you have your quarterback covering up every single issue with your team, at some point, it's going to show and, it's going to take you out. That's what's happened to Wilson a couple times in the postseason. That's what's happened with Lamar. You saw when Wilson got the help he needed, they have a Super Bowl. They would have had two if they didn't make a dumb decision. But, yeah, when he has the help he's needed and he doesn't have to carry, they can get to a Super Bowl. And honestly, I'm afraid that may be the same case here for Lamar unless we, make some changes in the offseason. The only way Ravens can help us, even if it's too late, is by winning a football game. Winning situational football. They have been terrible in situational football. A lot of questionable decision-making. Poor time management, poor clock management, which, again, I'm not surprised. Greg Roman has been doing this wherever he goes. I've talked about how the clock management for this team is terrible. I've talked about how they take forever to get set, and the play clock reaches to 1 second by the time, or barely, close to 0 seconds by the time they snap the ball. That's a Greg Roman thing because he was doing the same thing in Buffalo. He was doing the same thing in San Francisco. Nothing's changed. So, yeah, and, Lamar just covers up a lot of the issues. And unless something changes, the Ravens aren't going to sniff a Super Bowl. That's why I don't think they're going to win with Roman as their coordinator. 1st and 10 here. Baker. Quick throw. Gets it to Landry. It is caught. About 8 yards picked up. 2nd down. What is clock management? What? Oh, you good? It's what is clock management? It's managing the clock. When you have 57 seconds left in the timeout, you utilize the sidelines. You get out of bounds as quickly as possible. If you're not getting out of bounds as quickly as possible, as if you're throwing over the middle, everybody's got to hurry up to get set. Using as little clock as possible and trying to maximize the field as much as you can. That's clock management right there. 2nd and 3. Chubb breaks free and picks up the 1st down, says Harbaugh. No, that's as simple as that. That's what clock management is. Apparently, the Ravens, they don't know what clock management is, and sometimes it's just Lamar that has to do it. Remember Lamar dropped 300 against the Bengals? Yeah, I remember that. So, yeah, somebody needs to explain to the Ravens what clock management is. It can't always just be like Lamar just have to deal with the situation out there. For some reason, I don't know why clock management was so poor yesterday, but it is what it is. 1st and 10. Chubb tries to get the edge. He stiff arms the hell of a... Oh, my goodness. He stiff armed the hell out of that man. Picked up a couple yards. Lamar as the starter, 7-4 this season. No Lamar, 1-4. That pretty much sums up the season. Well, yeah, that pretty much sums up the season right there. You won one football game without Lamar Jackson as a starter this year. And the sad part, technically, it's 7-4 as a starter because he was a starter in the Cleveland game. But technically, it should. I mean, it's not gonna be 1-5. That loss is gonna go to Lamar because he was a starter in that game. But technically, you've lost 5 football games without Lamar. Unnecessary 2-point conversions, Harbaugh and Roman. Yeah, definitely. 2nd and 7. J.J. Watt has been tormenting Baker. He bats away this pass incomplete. But yet, J.J. is completely tormenting Baker tonight. But you got all these unnecessary 2-point conversions for no reason. Deciding to go for it on 4th down when you're at the goal line instead of taking the points. Taking unnecessary risks for no reason. A lot of questionable decision-making from this coaching staff, from Harbaugh himself. And a lot of questionable play calling down the stretch when the game is on the line. So, yeah, that's pretty much been the Ravens' season since Lamar has been, out and injured. And I see no reason to play him in the final week. But, Harbaugh gave his generic answer. There's a chance Lamar's going to play. Just like there's a chance I could win the lottery tomorrow. 3rd down and 7. Baker's just going to take off and slide, and there's nothing there. He's just giving the usual coach speech. Oh, yeah, there's a chance. There was a chance for Lamar to play last week. There was a chance for Lamar to play the week before. And there was a chance Lamar could play the week before that. So, yeah, there's a chance Lamar can play week 18. Just like there's a chance I could get a lottery ticket and win the lottery tomorrow. Doesn't mean it's a good one. Nor does it mean it's really going to happen. So, yeah, there's a chance Lamar's going to play. In all honesty, the next time I'm expecting to see Lamar Jackson is a Pro Bowl. That's just me. But it is what it is. 4th down and 7 here. Just going to have to punt this football. Just nothing happening here for the Browns. Nothing going offensively. Just nothing. Nothing. Getting that ball back to the Steelers. The game isn't out of hand, so, the Browns still have... Oh, my God, he muffed the punt. But he got it back. So, Steelers are going to start at their own 5-yard line here. Not much to expect from them, but, Cleveland at some point's got to do something. They are looking so poor. My God, they are looking so poor. But, yeah, 13-0 game here in Heinz Field during Ben Roethlisberger's final home game of his career. Is Joe Burrow the best quarterback in the NFL? Nope, that goes to Aaron Rodgers. That's not even the debate. Have you seen what Aaron Rodgers has done? I think he has over 100 passing touchdowns and 15 interceptions over the last 3 seasons or something like that. This dude does not throw picks. He is still yet to eclipse. The man has over 446 now? No, 444 or 446 around there. Wait, no, he had 440. I think he's got 444, 444, 445 touchdown passes to 90-something picks. Let me go look at this real quick. This season, best quarterback's Aaron Rodgers. It's not past week 1 against the Saints, which I don't know what that was. I guess they weren't ready to play to start off the season. Past week 1, Aaron Rodgers has displayed nothing but great football. And he's probably going to swoop in and steal the MVP again. So that man may end up becoming a 4-time MVP. Now, if he's going to be a 4-time MVP, you got to get yourself another ring, big dog. No, I said 446. He has 400 career-wise, 447 touchdown passes to 93 interceptions. Over the last 3 seasons, he's thrown over the last 2 seasons. Actually, no. Over the last 3 seasons, he's thrown over 100 touchdowns to 15 picks. This season, he has 35 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. We're not having a debate with this. We're not having a debate with this. You're talking about best quarterback this year is Aaron Rodgers, man. Past week 1, he's been playing phenomenal. It's not a debate. Joe Burrow has played fantastic over the last couple weeks. There have been some inconsistencies with him, but he's played fantastic over the last couple weeks. But that's not enough to give you the title of best quarterback in the NFL. No, that's going to be Aaron Rodgers. That's not a debate. Oh, boy. More injuries piling up for Cleveland. At this point, just end the season for them, too. This season's already over. First and 10 here for the Steelers. Ben under center going to hand it to Najee, and he's going to pick up around... he's going to pick up around 4 yards. Harbaugh can't coach without Lamar. He can't do anything. Just needed to win 2 more games. Couldn't do it. I mean, he can definitely coach. He's a great coach. People that are saying that Harbaugh is not a great coach, that's just a lie. He's a great coach, and he can definitely coach. What you got to question is his decision making and his risk taking. He can definitely coach, despite the fact that you didn't have Lamar and you're missing so many people. We've been in so many one possession games. You came down to the wire with the Green Bay Packers. You came down to the wire with the LA Rams. That's good coaching right there. The problem is his decision-making late game. There have been questionable decision-making in late-game situations, and he's taken risks that has cost his team some wins. So, no, he can coach. It's just his decision-making when it comes to situational football and some of the questionable calls and decisions in late-game situations have come back to bite this team. Remember when Rodgers got benched in a Week 1 game against the Saints? Good time. Yeah, I remember that. And then he proceeded to be great because he's Aaron Rodgers. Great players can have bad games. I guess he just started. Honestly, with the way the situation was going on in Green Bay to start off the season, we weren't even sure he was really going to fully commit to play for this team. So Week 1 was just a mess all around. But then he committed, and now they're the number 1 seed. Ben is going to get sacked here on 3rd down and 3. Now, it's not going to be a safety. I think he's going to get sacked at the half-yard line, honestly. So it's not going to be a safety, but they are going to go 3 and out and punt this football. So, yeah, that first game, it really just seemed like the Packers were all sorts of messed up. Like, they, the whole situation with Aaron Rodgers was getting bad. We already, a lot of people were not 100% sure he was going to commit to play this season. People talked about retirement. Like, that whole situation with Aaron Rodgers to start off the week was terrible. Absolutely terrible. So Week 1, it just looked like they were not ready. I don't know how he got that punt off. Peoples-Jones is going to get stopped, but they are in Pittsburgh territory. So let's see what this Browns offense can do this time around. See if they can actually put some points up and get this game close. How was this not blocked? That was so close. My God. That was close, man. That was close. That should have been blocked. That could have easily been a safety. Waitman barely got that off. But, yeah, that Week 1 game, I guess they weren't ready to play because after that, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers have looked great for the most part. And that's why they're going to be the number 1 seed again. Now, the question is, when you get that number 1 seed, what are you going to do with it? I believe whoever they meet up with in the divisional round, they'll take care of. But when it comes to the title game, if you see the Bucs again, are you going to perform the same way you did last time against them? Brady in the postseason is a different animal. That's just how it is. So are they going to perform that same way? If you meet up with the Rams, how's that going to be? Where's Presley Harvin? I do not know. So if you meet up with the Rams, how are you going to play there? Honestly, I'm saying with the way I look at the NFC, I see 2 teams that I believe have the potential to beat the Packers in the postseason. The Bucs and the Rams. Those are the only 2 teams I could see beating the Packers. If they match up with the Cowboys, I'm telling you, I have no hope or no belief that the Packers are going to lose to the Cowboys. No way Cowboys beat the Packers, especially not in Lambeau Field. In the postseason, not happening. Not happening. The Cardinals, they're so inconsistent, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. What should the Ravens do with Sam Cook? I mean, keep him if you can. I don't see where you go with him. But yeah, Cardinals are too inconsistent. Don't trust much about that. Everyone else, I don't really trust much of in terms of matching up with the Packers. Really, but the Bucs and the Rams, I can see those 2. Work on that defense. That's what they need to do if they want to even get to the Super Bowl. That defense is the problem. Shut up about Brady being great. We all know Brady would be bagging groceries if he didn't get bailed out by the tuck rule. That makes no sense. Okay, bro. I'm not even gonna entertain that thought. That makes no sense. I'm not even gonna entertain that thought. You take that take with you, my friend. I'm not even going to entertain that thought. I don't even know what that was. Sometimes y'all like to troll. Other times y'all really sound serious with this. I'm not even going to try to gauge whether or not you're trolling. I'm going to just let you have that one and move on. Warriors are better than the Heat. Absolutely. I do not deny that. But the Heat are still a great team. 1st and 10. Play action here. Baker. He's going to have time. Throws over the middle. It is caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's going. He's going to get inside the 10, so it's going to be 1st and goal here for the Cleveland Browns. This is a great design here. Easy read for Baker. You got Peoples-Jones going across the field. That was his first read. He just drilled that into Peoples-Jones, who was open in space, and just took it. So that was a great play call right there. Great design to get Peoples-Jones open, and Baker made a solid throw right there. First and goal here for the Browns. They got to take advantage of this. You got to score. Baker Mayfield under center here. Going to hand this off to Chubb. Chubb going to pick up a couple, but he's going to be stopped by T.J. Watt. Second and goal coming up here for the Cleveland Browns. Honestly, this feels like 4-down territory if you're the Browns. You have nothing to lose. 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. 4-down territory, honestly.
That's a great first down run there.
Picked up maybe about 4 on that play. So second down and goal coming up here
Give it to him again.
for the Browns. I'm going to just give this ball. I'm going to feed Nick Chubb here. I have no reason to try to throw this football here. I'm going to feed Nick Chubb. Hand it to Chubb again, and the Steelers defense makes a stop. Third down and goal here. If Breeze wasn't washed up, Brady would be 0-5 against the Saints in 2 years. Okay, cool. If that, I mean, we could play the if games as much as you want, but guess what? This is reality, and the reality of the situation is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the New Orleans Saints in the postseason. So take with it however you feel. So, I mean, it is what it is. Just take it however you feel. But we could play the if game. If game means nothing on reality. Third down and goal here. Baker takes a snap, quick throws. He's going to throw it to Njoku, and he makes the catch. Does he hold on? Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku makes the catch right there, and Cleveland finally gets on the board. 3-yard touchdown reception for David Njoku. And with 56 seconds left to go in the third quarter, the Browns have made this game close. It's a one-possession game right there. That's just utilizing the mismatch right there. Njoku is bigger, more physical. You just throw it up there and give him a shot. Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers. I think Clay is returning if he's coming back. Golden State 2022 NBA Finals champion. From what we've heard from the Warriors, they're hopeful that he can return to play for the Warriors on Sunday against their matchup against the Cavaliers. So, you know, Clay may make his return against the Cavs on Sunday. That's what they said. They're hopeful for that. But, you know, once Clay gets back, you already know what the Warriors are going to be. They're probably the team that's going to come out of the West. And honestly, with the way the West is looking, I think, you know what, maybe, honestly, we'll see what happens with the Nets. Depending on the Kyrie situation, if they're able to have Kyrie, especially in the postseason, that's going to do wonders. And if you get the Nets and the Warriors in the finals and the Nets have Kyrie, I mean, I don't know, man. The Nets probably take that one in a 7-game series. The Nets probably take that one. I think it'll go 7 games, but I'm not sure. Because it'll be Steph, Clay, and Draymond versus KD, Harden, and Kyrie. I don't know. Do you think Baker is a bust? No, I do not think Baker is a bust. He may not deserve that number one, pick. He may not deserve the position of being the number one overall pick, but at the same time, he's not a bust. It's not like he's been flat out trash his entire career. Rookie Justin Jefferson or rookie Jamar Chase? It's tough. He can go either or, but Jamar Chase is putting up some historical numbers. We don't need Kyrie. I'm not saying y'all necessarily need Kyrie. I'm sure with Harden healthy and KD healthy, you guys will be able to get to the finals. Though, I mean, in a 7-game series, I would love to see an Eastern Conference matchup between you guys and the Bucks again. That would be fantastic. Kyrie just puts you guys over the top to the point where it's like, yeah, no one can compete. But if you're going into the finals and it's Steph and Clay versus KD and Harden, that's going 7 games. And in some cases, it's like, ooh, I don't know. If the splash, but if the spot, what the heck? Oh no, we're good. If the Splash Brothers get hot, I don't know, man. I don't know. Harden has had those moments in the postseason where he'll disappear in crucial situations. He'll have a great overall game, but whew. So Kyrie takes you guys over the top, but I still think the Nets can get to the finals without Kyrie. But clearly, KD and Harden wanted this man back just to have some extra assurance, especially because the Chicago Bulls have been the surprise team. Even though I said the Bulls, I think a lot of us knew the Bulls were going to be good this year, but they are the surprise team of the Eastern Conference, man. But they're the surprise team of this season. The Bulls really look like a legit team. DeMar DeRozan is probably playing his best basketball we've seen from him. Lonzo Ball is having a career year. Zach LaVine, you know what they're bringing to the table. Like, these guys, I'm so proud of what I'm seeing from the Chicago Bulls. I would love to see what they can do in the postseason if they can continue this, continue this momentum, but the Bulls are going to be a very interesting team come postseason. And then obviously the defending champions in the Milwaukee Bucks, they're still going to be a problem. And when they have their core, I think they've lost 3 games when, you still have that main core of Giannis, Middleton, and Holiday. I think they've lost 3 games. So, like, the Bucks aren't going anywhere. They're the defending champions. Giannis continues to improve and play well. So the Nets are going to have it tough in the Eastern Conference. It's not going to be easy. And I could throw in Miami, but, Miami has to get healthy first. Miami's in the conversation, but you got to get healthy, man. We still need Bam back. So we got to get healthy. We got some things we got to work on, but Miami's in the conversation. I look at Miami. I look at the Bucks. I look at the Bulls. They're all within this conversation. The Sixers definitely deserve some consideration. In fact, a lot of consideration. But until they figure out that Ben Simmons situation, I just don't know about the Sixers, man. So, yeah, Nets have a lot of competition in the Eastern Conference. And they can very well come out of the East with just KD and Harden, but, Kyrie just puts them over the top. And in the finals, you would love that advantage. I hope Skip doesn't cry when Kyrie plays. Kyrie will be just fine. Something else to complain about. He'll be out. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. He'll just find something else to complain about. He'll be out again. Who knows? 2nd and 9 here. Ben throws over the... Ooh, that was another tip pass right there. Ben took a shot. That could have been picked, and it's incomplete. 3rd down and 9. Trevor Lawrence is going to be the biggest bust in history. I know he's a rookie and he's on the Jags, but he's the first overall pick for a reason. It's his first season. Can we see how that develops? Making that assumption based off of 1 year when you have Urban Meyer as your coach. Let's just say, let's give the rookie a break. Let's see how he is next year and see what improvements he makes. I'm not going to declare him that now when he had to deal with Urban Meyer's crap for a whole year. Do you think O.J. Howard is a bust? No. I don't think so. At least not yet. Timeout here. For the Steelers, how did you choose your B-ball team? Well, I mean, I first got into basketball because, I first got into basketball in 2003, 2004-ish. And LeBron was the person I was watching. So LeBron was the one that I was watching when I first got into basketball. And then D Wade ended up becoming my favorite player. I always say LeBron's the one that introduced me to basketball, and D Wade's the man who made me love basketball. So I was huge. I ended up becoming a huge D Wade fan around 05. I became a Miami Heat fan, and then they won the championship the following year, which I found awesome. So, yeah, and ever since then, I've been a Heat fan. But I guess it all worked out because, I was a Heat fan and, I was a LeBron fan as well. So, when LeBron came to the Miami Heat, I saw that as a win-win. 3rd down and 9. Quick. Oh, that didn't even come remotely close. That just low throw right there. Incomplete. 4th down. Steelers have to punt this football. Brady has more wins against the Bills than the Bills have wins in the last 10 years. I don't know if that's true, but it sounds right. If that's the case, that's kind of tough. But I'm not sure if that's the case either. Utah Jazz, surprise contender going to the finals. Jazz are an interesting team. I just don't see them getting past the Warriors. That's my problem. I don't see how they're getting past the Warriors. Again, Donovan Mitchell. I love Donovan Mitchell. One of my favorite players to watch. Rudy Gobert is good. But, I don't know. Conley's still good. I just look at the Jazz. They're a great team. They're a really great team that's going to be able to compete. But I'm going to be very honest with you. I just don't see them getting past the Warriors. I really do not see them getting past the Warriors. That's just my mindset there. So, Jazz, they're going to compete. But I just don't see them, getting past the Warriors. Maybe they could beat Phoenix. But I just don't see them going past the Warriors. If Urban Meyer played kicker, they would be undefeated. That's funny. EDC needs to go. He is the worst drafter and treats his draft picks like it's his kids. He's not the worst drafter. But, you know, there have not been a lot of draft picks that have worked out from his camp. But he's not the worst drafter. Though we need to see some improvements in the drafting process come this year. 1st and 10, play action. Baker just gets swarmed and sacked once again. And that's going to end the third quarter here. So Steelers still up 6 in this game. It's a 13-7 game. Browns do have the ball, and we will head into the fourth quarter and see what happens there. But yeah, I don't see Utah getting past the Warriors. That's just my problem with it. They may be able to beat the Suns, though I would still take the Suns in the 7-game series over the Jazz. But nah, I don't see Utah getting past the Warriors, especially. Is Mayfield the hardest quarterback to blitz in the league? No, as of this year, it's Joe Burrow from what he's displayed this season. Ravens need to overhaul coaching and the O-line. The O-line definitely needs to be retooled. You got a couple good pieces there. Obviously, you'll be getting Stanley back, but you got to fix this offensive line, and that's what the draft's going to be for. As for the coaching staff, I spoke on this. If I'm Eric DeCosta, I'm going to take a good, hard look and assess this coaching staff at the end of this season. Once the offseason hits, because, I'm of the belief that we're not making the playoffs, but we'll see what happens. But the minute this season ends for the Ravens, once the offseason hits, you need to assess. You need to assess your coaching staff and come to some decisions. If you truly believe this is the coaching staff that's going to take you to a Super Bowl, by all means, stay with it and see how that works out for you. You're the GM. But based on what they've shown, changes need to be made. This can't keep happening. And I know DeCosta might just chalk it up to injuries taking them out, but I'm just saying you might want to reassess some things here with this coaching staff. But it's up to him. We'll see what he does in the offseason. Greg Roman and Harbs can go as well. What does he do that is essential? I'm all for Greg Roman leaving. I have no problem with Roman leaving. But again, I don't see Harbaugh leaving. That's still a top 10 coach. He has problems. He is just like Mike Tomlin. Both of them have some problems when it comes to situational football. And sometimes they make questionable decisions that make you think, why would you even consider doing that? And when it comes to a 2-minute offense or with the game on the line, their time management and their clock management is very poor. But at the same time, both of those guys are top 10 coaches. And the minute you let go of Harbaugh, he will find employment somewhere else. I don't see DeCosta doing that. And unless you can provide me with someone else that is guaranteed to do a better job as a head coach than John Harbaugh, you're not getting him. So unless you can give me a top 5 head coach, don't see Harbaugh going anywhere. But Greg Roman can definitely walk. I don't fall for the gimmicks. He's like Mike D'Antoni. You can show me all the stats you want. It's not leading to long-term success, especially in the postseason. Show me all the stats you want. He's like Mike D'Antoni. He's a great offensive coordinator, but he's not going to help your team win a championship. Simple as that. How do you feel about Sammy Watkins this season? He started off well, got injured, and then we haven't heard from him again. So that's just pretty much how we wrap up the Sammy Watkins situation. 2nd and 15. Throw here to Austin Hooper. He catches it, takes off, and picks up the first down and more up to near midfield. So that's pretty much the Sammy Watkins situation. He was playing well early in the season. He got injured, never came back the same. And they haven't really utilized him since. No, it's not true. That's sad. The Bills have won one thing against the Pats. Okay, so I guess, that's not true. That's good for them. Doesn't Joe Burrow have a noodle arm? No, he does not. I don't know where you're getting that nonsense from. What do you think of Justin Herbert starting in the Pro Bowl over Lamar? That makes perfect sense. Have you seen the numbers Justin Herbert's been putting up? The man has been throwing bombs all over the place. He's put up fantastic numbers here. I have no problem with Justin Herbert starting in the Pro Bowl. I'm perfectly fine with it. I have no problems. And saying over Lamar, Lamar was not going to be the starter in the Pro Bowl. If anything, it'd be Mahomes if he was there. So, no, Lamar was not going to be the starter, not this year. So I have no problem with Justin Herbert being the starter. The question really should be, what do you think of Justin Herbert starting in the Pro Bowl over Mahomes if Mahomes doesn't get to another Super Bowl? That would be the real question. But Lamar was not going to be the starter. Just not going to happen. 1st and 20 here for the Browns. 14 minutes left to go in the fourth. Baker takes the snap. He throws. Was looking for Landry. Incomplete. 2nd down and 20 here for Cleveland. I'll give you that. But Harbs is nothing but a special teams coach. He hasn't been good at anything but preserving his job. Hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is. He's a special team coach. He hasn't been great when it comes to the offense. Defense, he's never really been that great at that. But, special teams is his bread and butter. I don't know why people hate the Pro Bowl because, one, it's a lot more of a it's not really something special in terms of it's not the players aren't really trying. It's just about having fun. People want to see some serious football when you have some of the best players out there. Not to mention back in the day, the Pro Bowl used to be so exciting. 2nd and 10, Baker just throws it in the dirt. 3rd down and 20. I said 2nd and 10. 2nd and 20, Baker throws it in the dirt. It's going to be 3rd and long here for them. Back in the day, man, those Pro Bowl games in the 2000s, man, they used to mean something, man. Those teams really wanted to win those games. And you were watching the best of the best play. They were really trying and putting in the effort to try and win. But when you look at how the players play in the Pro Bowl now, it's not there. They're just having fun with it, which is cool. I like the Pro Bowl. I'm cool with it. I don't take it seriously. The seriousness in the Pro Bowl and the competitiveness and the fire and the passion that was there before is not there now. I know that. It is what it is. 3rd and 20. Baker guns it. It is incomplete. He was going for Peoples-Jones, and they made a stop. 4th down here. Cleveland will have to punt the football. Still plenty of time left for Cleveland to try and make a comeback. It's still a one-possession game here. Who do you have getting the final spot in the AFC, in the NFC? San Francisco 49ers or the New Orleans Saints? Let me look at the final matchups here for Week 18. The Pro Bowl Skill Challenge was fun in the 2000s. Oh, he was fantastic in the 2000s. It's like the AB Accuracy Challenge at the Pro Bowl. True. Give me a second here. That was a terrible punt. That was a terrible punt. So let me take a look at Week 18. You got Niners or the Saints. So to end off the season, the Niners will be taking on the Niners got the Rams in LA. And the Saints got the Falcons. Okay, so have the Rams already won the NFC West? I have to ask this question. Have they clinched the NFC West? Best kicker of all time, Justin Tucker. But have they have not clinched the NFC West? Oh, okay. So, let me check this. Nope, they have not clinched the NFC West just yet. Rams lose, Cardinals win, they win the division. So the Rams have not clinched the NFC West? And they're heading into the final game against the Niners. Meanwhile, the Saints got to deal with the Falcons. Okay, so I'm just going to... Saints might make the playoffs. Niners are going to fight hard, but I know the Rams are inconsistent. The Rams are definitely inconsistent. We just saw Matthew Stafford turn the ball over 3 times and almost cost his team the game against Baltimore last week. But with the divisional title on the line, they can clinch the NFC West and head into the playoffs, divisional winners, if they beat the Niners. Okay, meanwhile, you get the Saints that just have to deal with the Falcons. All right, I might have to go with the Saints here. I didn't know that the Niners end off with the Rams. Niners won the first round. They could definitely win, but I don't know. This is a divisional crown on the line for the Rams. I don't see how the Rams don't, especially the Rams defense, knowing what's on the line there. Even if Stafford's gonna screw up, the Rams defense is gonna come to play. So I can see the Rams defense carrying them to that divisional crown. I know Stafford's gonna screw up a couple times, but the Rams defense may be able to take that one. Not to mention, I picked the Rams to win the NFC West, so I need them to win. I'm going to say the Saints make the playoffs and get that final seed. Niners seem to be their weakness. Yeah, but at this point, this is a divisional crown on the line. They want the NFC West. I just don't see the Rams blowing this one here. Not to mention, I picked the Rams once again. I'm going to stick with my pick. I said the Rams were going to win the NFC West coming into this season, and all they got to do is win a football game to do so and make me sound correct. by all means, I'll take them. 1st and 10, Najee carrying defenders and picking up the first down. So, yeah, I'll say the Saints will take that final playoff spot. But, yeah, wow, I did not know that. So that's very interesting. Okay. 1st and 10 here for the Steelers. They are in Browns territory looking to add to their lead. Ben takes a snap, hands it to Najee Harris, and he's going to pick up around 6 yards. 2nd down here for the Steelers. Najee's eating in this game. Oh, he is definitely eating. How about the AFC? I know the Colts will probably beat the Jaguars, but how about the Chargers or Raiders? I'll take the Chargers. I will take the Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to take that. So it's going to be Titans, Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, Patriots, Colts, Chargers. So I'll take the Chargers over. Not to mention, I said the Chargers were going to make the playoffs, so I need them to win that game. So yeah, I'll take that. I'll take the Chargers. So I think that's how the final playoff situation is going to be. Unless all of a sudden the Colts lose to the Jaguars, then all of a sudden things get interesting and Baltimore somehow sneaks into the playoffs. I don't think that's going to happen, but hey, we need the Raiders to beat the Chargers. No, we don't need the Raiders to beat the Chargers. We don't. We don't need the Raiders to beat the Chargers. The Browns are going to lose today if they don't get themselves in gear and pull off a comeback. So if the Browns lose one of their final 2 games, so the Ravens need the Browns to lose one of their final 2 games. They need the Dolphins to lose. They need the Colts to lose. And they need the Raiders to lose. If they get that, they will make the playoffs. They don't need the Raiders to beat the Chargers. Because of this weird, because of how the math is set up, it's weird. They need the Colts to lose. They need the Colts to lose. They need the Dolphins to lose. Let me see if I can still pull up one. They need the Colts to lose, the Dolphins to lose. They need a bunch of stuff. It's so much stuff that they need that I honestly do not remember it on a consistent basis. Because it's too much. Like, who the hell is going to remember all of this? I thought it was the Chargers need to lose. Okay, let me check. I don't remember. I don't try to keep track of this. It's like 12 different things. The Ravens need to have to pray under the brightest of stars and have 12 different miracles in order to make the playoffs. I don't keep track of this, so maybe you might be right. I thought it was a situation where... Let me see if I can find one here that gives us what they need to do. Okay. Let me get a look here. 2nd and 10 here for the Steelers while I look for this. There we go. Okay, you're actually right. You guys are actually right. You're right. You're right about that. So, yeah, my bad. Ravens need to beat the Steelers. The Colts need to lose to the Jaguars. The Dolphins need to lose to the Patriots. And the Chargers need to lose to the Raiders. Then you have to have the Browns to lose one of their final 2 games. So, yeah, it's the Chargers. So, yeah. But I want the Chargers to make the playoffs, though. I think they have a chance to go far. So that's a problem. I don't want the Chargers to lose, though. I would love to, but then I don't know. I like the Chargers. I want to see the Chargers and the Chiefs in the playoffs. That was one of the matchups I was looking forward to. Then again, it's probably going to happen because I don't see Baltimore making the postseason anyway. So 3rd down and 8 coming up here for the Steelers. They're already in field goal range. Don't need to force anything here. Ben's going to take the snap. They're going to send some pressure here. Ben guns it. Incomplete. No flag. Wow. No flag. Colts are not losing to the Jags. That's beyond obvious. Wouldn't say that with the way the season has gone. We've seen upsets. The Bills lost to the Jaguars. Anything is possible. So it's been the year of the upset. We saw the Bengals lose to the Bears. Anything can happen at this point. The Lions have pulled off upsets. This 2021 NFL season, nothing is guaranteed. It's been the year of the upsets all around. So it is possible that the Jaguars may want to finish on the right note and they end up beating the Colts. It's possible, but I don't see it happening. So that's just me. My opinion, I don't see it happening. 50-yard field goal here. Boswell right through the middle, perfect. And it's a 9-point game here with 9:45 left to go in this game. Yeah, we also saw the Bengals losing to the Jets. Anything is possible. So I wouldn't rule that out. But, I mean, the amount of miracles the Ravens need to get into the playoffs, I don't see all of the stars aligning and giving that to the Ravens. I don't like that. I don't like that at least we fought, mindset. Oh, at least we fought mindset from Ravens fans. More victories don't get us anywhere. Oh, you don't like the whole scenario? I mean, I don't really care for it either. I don't think it's going to work out, so it don't matter. And the win over the Steelers next week. Yeah, you got to win a football game. I've said this for the last several weeks. If the Ravens want to make the playoffs, at some point you have to win a football game. You can't be stuck at 8 wins and be like, oh yeah, we're good. The last time you won was with Lamar. And since then, you've not won a football game. If you want a chance to make the playoffs, you have to win football games. You've lost 5 straight games, 8-3 to 8-8. That's just where your season is. And you may go 8-9. You may go 8-9 next week. Lose 6 straight games to end off the season. That would be disgusting. I thought it was a Chargers. Yeah, my bad. The Chargers definitely do need to lose. So yeah, anything can really happen, man. Anything can happen. Week 18, go for broke. Knowing how bad the Ravens, man, they'll probably end up costing themselves late in the game against the Steelers, and then everything else they need to have happen will happen, but the Ravens just will lose to the Steelers, and all of a sudden it's like, bam, that ends their season right there. I'd prefer it to be quick and painless, and because I don't want it to come down to the wire. Can you imagine that? The Ravens win, and then everything else happens. The Ravens win, the Colts somehow lose to the Jaguars, the Dolphins lose, the Browns lose a game, and then all of a sudden it comes down to whether or not the Chargers lose to the Raiders. Now all of a sudden I got to sit here on Sunday Night Football and see, oh, this determines it. If the Chargers lose this game, the Ravens will make the playoffs. I don't want to deal with that. I'd rather have this be quick and painless. Let the Ravens season end and let me just move on. I don't want to see this team make the postseason just to do what? Look at the state of the team. What are they going to go do in the postseason? At least the Chargers, I know they can go make some noise. What are the Ravens going to do at this point? With how battered and injured the team is, and you got your quarterback in Lamar that's injured, what are we actually going to go do in the postseason? We have no business to be there this year. You don't have your guys. You're injured to hell. Try again next year. Go out on your shield, but I don't want to see this team in the postseason. The Ravens have not lived up to our expectations. Well, I mean, it's hard to live up to expectations when your team is battered with injuries. Now, I wouldn't say the Ravens haven't lived up to the expectations. I'll say more so that the coaching has done a poor job to close out games. Because they've actually exceeded our expectations with the way they've played. They've managed to come down to the wire against the Packers and the Rams. That is exceeding our expectations. So I'm not going to say they haven't lived up to our expectations. I'm going to say more so the coaching has failed to deliver in close football games. So that's been the problem. But they've exceeded our expectations. We should have been dead in the water, but they've competed in the games without Lamar Jackson. Almost. Remember, they almost pulled off the comeback against Cleveland, almost beat the Packers, almost beat the Rams. So they almost won these games, but they have failed to finish and close out games. That's where I'm disappointed in this coaching staff. You were in it. If you're getting blown out, that's a different conversation, but you were in these games. 1st and 10, they're going to hand it to Nick Chubb, and he's going to be tackled behind the line. Let us not thrive in pain. Pretty much, I don't want to see them thrive, then go into the playoffs and get destroyed by the first team they see there. Considering if they were to get in the playoffs, it would be the 7th seed. The 2 seed is Kansas City. Why would I want to go see that? Come on, man. 2nd and 12. Baker just gets swarmed and wow, he gets sacked and smacked all around. That is 6 sacks on Baker tonight. This offensive line is doing nothing to protect him. Heat trailing the Warriors. Is it halftime for them right now? But yeah, nah, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that nonsense. Like, I want to see, literally, just based on the seeding, the Chiefs are, what, the 2nd seed in the AFC? The Ravens, if they're going to make the playoffs, it would be a 7th seed. They would face Kansas City in the first round. What type of nonsense? Do you want me to see that type of pain? 3rd and 18. Baker's doing whatever he can. Flag comes up, but this is nothing there. He's well short. 4th down, but the flag is on the play. So it's going to be a hold right here. Jimmy Butler with 12 points. Kyle Lowry, 11. Martin with 10, 7 points from Hero. Like what I'm seeing. Meanwhile, Steph's got 7 points, 14 from Poole, 16 from Wiggins. Wow, okay. It's crazy that there could be 4 different teams getting that number 1 seed. Titans, Chiefs, Bengals, and Bills. I think it's just all the Titans have to do is win a football game, and they take the number 1 seed. And they're going up against the Texans. They will get the number 1 seed. So, yeah, if Baltimore somehow makes the playoffs, it will only be as a 7th seed, which means the first team they will face off against would be the Kansas City Chiefs. Why in the hell would I want to see this team go to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs? Are you kidding me? Who do we need to win tonight? Or for people that are asking, you need Cleveland to lose one of their final 2 games. You need the Raiders to beat the Chargers. You need the Patriots to beat the Dolphins. False start right there. And you need the Jaguars to beat the Colts. Then Baltimore has to win against Pittsburgh. And that will be the case. Now for Pittsburgh's chances, I think they got to win their final 2 games here. And then I don't know. I don't actually know Pittsburgh's scenario. Let me see if I can find it. Because I know Pittsburgh technically isn't eliminated. So in terms of Pittsburgh, I want to see what their playoff scenarios are. So let me see. The Pittsburgh Steelers can okay, so the Steelers can make the playoffs if they beat Cleveland tonight, beat Baltimore, the Colts lose to Jacksonville, and the Chargers and Raiders cannot end in a tie. So yeah, Steelers can make this is actually more manageable than Baltimore's. Pittsburgh just has to win their final 2 games. They need the Colts to lose against Jacksonville, and they need the Chargers and Raiders to not tie. And the funny thing about it here is, I believe with the Chargers and the Raiders, because they're fighting for those 2 playoff spots right there. If let's say if Colts lose next week, and you have Pittsburgh, if Colts lose next week, all the Chargers and the Raiders really need to do is just tie. So they don't even have to play a football game. This could be some strategic value here. Like I saw this somewhere with the Chargers. Let me see if I can pull that up too, because like I want to see it because I saw that. Yeah, if the Colts lose to the Jaguars on Sunday, the Raiders and Chargers would both get in the playoffs with a tie. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? Yeah, the Patriots and Bills are still battling for the division. So speaking about the Chargers and the Raiders, can you imagine this? If the Colts lose to the Jaguars on Sunday, then the Chargers and the Raiders do not have to play a football game. They will both make the playoffs with the tie. So, I mean, if I'm the Chargers and I'm the Raiders, let's watch that Jacksonville and that Colts game. If the Colts lose to the Jaguars, I'm telling you, Sunday Night Football, if I'm the Raiders, if I'm the Chargers, I'm going to sit there and say, bro, we benefit. We have no benefits by trying to play this win-lose game. Instead, let's help each other out. We're not going to play a football game here. Everybody just run the football. I'm not joking. If I'm the Chargers and I'm the Raiders and the Colts lose to the Jags on Sunday, both of us make the playoffs with a tie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell, and I hope the opponent sells. I'm selling the game. We want to make the postseason. I'm not about to do no competing nonsense there. If both of us get in with the tie, then hell, let's work together. Let's tie this game up. We're not kicking no field goals. Every 4th down will be punt. It will be the most boring game of football. We will end this game in a 0-0 tie. The NFL will have to investigate at the end of the day, but I don't care. Both teams will make the playoffs if they tie this game and the Colts lose to the Jaguars. So that's just me. I could see that happening. So yeah, it seems like for a lot of teams, you need the Colts to lose. Will the team get fined for selling? Probably, but they're not going to lose their playoff spot. So honestly, I see it more as a benefit. Seriously, if the Jaguars beat the Colts tomorrow, I'm looking at the Chargers, I'm looking at the Raiders and saying, bro, neither one of us benefits from trying to play a competitive game here. At the end of the day, whoever wins makes it, whoever loses doesn't. But if we both tie, we both benefit. So why don't we work together and cause us to both have a tie so we can both make the postseason? You scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. Let's not take the gamble. Let's take a guarantee. If they tie, they're both guaranteed to make the playoffs. If they decide to compete, now you got to throw a gamble out there. You got to gamble to see if you can win this game. But if you choose to tie, both of us make the postseason. So I'm telling you, if the Colts lose to the Jaguars, I'm looking at Sunday Night Football, and I'm thinking both those teams are going to sell heavy. They are going to sell heavy. You're going to see a lot of puntings. No field goals are going to be kicked. No touchdowns are going to be. It's going to be a 0-0 game. The league's going to have to investigate, but both those teams will be in the playoffs. I'm not lying. If we got to make some negotiations between the two owners, we're going to have to do that. Because there's no way in hell I'm going to sit back and be like going up against. No way I'm going to sit back and be like not talking to this team and saying, bro, if we both tie this game, we both make the playoffs. Let's not take the gamble. We want to make the postseason. Let's tie. Oh, my God. That would be so funny. Now, if that happens, that means Baltimore and Pittsburgh will both get screwed. I would love to see that game, not going to lie. I would love to see it because you'll see a lot of drop passes out of nowhere. You'll see some of the worst missed field goals you will ever see. They would be selling hard because neither team benefits from that. The Raiders might make the playoffs and their coach was fired and their first round picks were released. What a story if they get in. It'll be an amazing story. 48-yard field goal attempt here and it's good. And with that, the Steelers go up 19-7. It's a 12-point game here, so it is a two-possession game. We'll see what happens here. However, there is a flag on the play. We will see what this flag is for. Calais will be retiring. Did he announce he's retiring? I don't know if that's the case. If he did, I haven't seen a report about that, but I don't know. I guess I'll receive a report about that soon. They should only kick field goals. They should only kick field goals and miss heavily. Like, kick field goals, get it. I'm like, kick the field goal and have it wide to the left, wide to the right. How the heck does Tucker miss 9 field goals? How long in his career? How many field goals does this man miss? Rarely any. I mean, he's the greatest kicker of all time, so I'm not exactly sure. Because he's just that great, man. He's just that great. But I'm telling you, man, that would be the funniest thing. I am hoping and praying. Now, for me personally, in terms of an NFL fan, I want the Colts and I want the Chargers to make the playoffs because it'll be more interesting. I'll get to see the Colts take on the Bengals, which I don't really want, but like I will get an opportunity to see the Chiefs and the Chargers go up against each other. I want the Chiefs and Chargers to go up against each other. And then you'll get the Bills and the Patriots in the first round too. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That would be awesome. An AFC West battle and then an AFC East battle in the first round of the postseason. Wild card weekend will be fantastic, and I would be enjoying myself covering those games. So as a fan, I want the Colts and the Chargers to make it. Just as a football fan. But if the Colts lose to the Jaguars, my goodness, Sunday Night Football is going to be really interesting. I see both teams selling. Both teams will be heavily selling. The Browns ain't showing us any competitive spirit. Yeah, their offense looked like the offense has died. The offense has given up at this point. I don't know if I would say they've completely given up, but they just look dead. Defense is still trying, but offense looks dead, and defense is beginning put in terrible positions. Ben is 24-3-1 versus Cleveland. Wow. Tom Brady's 33-3 versus Buffalo? Oh my God. He's 33-3 against Buffalo. Holy crap. You know what? I know it's not right. I think someone did prove that wasn't right. But for someone to say that, Brady's record against the Bills is better than their overall record over this millennium, I know that's not true. But, man, if that would have been crazy. He's 33-3 against them. 1st and 10. Baker throws over the middle. Hits Njoku. He's going to pick up around 7-8 yards here. 2nd down. The Browns got to get themselves together, man. 5:28 left to go in this game. They know their season's over, but you would at least like to end off on the right foot. Steelers' hopes are still technically alive here, which is crazy. 2nd and 7, Chubb. They're going to mark him, probably going to give him enough for the 1st down. But, oh my God, at this point, I actually, as a fan, I want the Colts to make the playoffs. I want the Chargers to make the playoffs. I hope that ends up being the scenario. But I'm not going to lie. If the Jaguars upset the Colts, Sunday Night Football becomes entirely entertaining. So much more entertaining than we would expect. Because now you have to see if these two teams may actually have to negotiate and say, both our teams make the playoffs if we tie. There's no reason for us to play. Could they just go to the league and just decide to, like, both, like, I don't know, no. If they both choose to forfeit, does the game end in a tie? Oh, my God. Baker got sacked again. What is that, 7 sacks? And that's T.J. Watt once again. 4 sacks on Baker today. I think he's 2 away from the single season record. 2 sacks away from that. This dude is going to win Defensive Player of the Year. I don't see how you don't give it to him. T.J. Watt has been a monster. Who's winning the division next week? Bills or Patriots? Patriots got to get the Dolphins, so they're going to win that one. Bills have to take on who? I think Patriots are going to destroy the Dolphins. Well, not destroy. I think Patriots are going to beat the Dolphins. The Bills' final game is against the Jets. So wait, I believe the Bills are going to win. I think if the Bills win their final game, they win it. Oh my goodness. 8 sacks on Baker. Holy crap. Get him out the game. This is done. Get him out the game before y'all kill him. Please get him out the game before he gets killed out there. 8 sacks? 8 sacks on the night? Oh my goodness. What is the offensive line doing? TJ Watt almost got to him again. This O-line, and that was a hold right there. TJ Watt almost had a 5th sack on the night. He is getting killed out there. Oh, they got to keep him in because it's 4th down and 19. TJ really wants that record. Okay, they called a timeout. Timeout, Pittsburgh. Holy crap, he's been sacked to hell today. But I want to know, if both teams, like if both opponents forfeit this game, does it result in a tie? I have to know. Because if that's the case, I don't see why they would play that football game. If I'm the Chargers and I'm the Raiders, we're going to come to a conclusion here and come to an understanding and be like, bro, we both make the playoffs if we just tie. So we could just both forfeit the game and everything will be just fine. And they say Garrett was better than TJ. Garrett is a monster too, but TJ is a monster in another spectrum. Both of them are about even, but like TJ, man, he's just taking it to another level right now. It's crazy. But seriously, I want to know. If both teams forfeit a football game, does it end in a tie? Or do they both take losses? Because if both teams forfeit, you need somebody to win that game. But both teams forfeit. So does it end in a tie? Because if it ends in a tie, both teams are going to the playoffs. Baker, just throw it before they try to kill you. Oh my God, they're going to get a pass interference call. Hayden, on 4th and 19, dude. What are you doing? What is he doing? Wow, Hayden, you just gave them a 1st down on 4th and 19. The announcer would say, and he misses again. He drops it, misses, throws, drop, interception. Tucker misses 3. Field goal, truly terrifying. Oh, in the game he would miss. Plot twist. They let the fans come in and play 7-on-7 scrimmage for the game. Bro, I really want to know if both teams, I really may have to check on that, but if both teams choose to forfeit that game, somebody has to get a win and somebody has to get a loss. But if they both choose to forfeit, you would have to assume that means, look at this. Higgins drops the football. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? It was in your hands. But seriously, if both teams choose to forfeit, that must result in a tie, meaning both teams head into the postseason. I would do that. I'm not risking nothing. If the Jaguars lose, then I know if you're the Chargers, if you lose here against the Raiders, Baltimore may take your spot, assuming everything works out for them. But if you lose as well, Pittsburgh can steal your spot too. So if I'm the Chargers, I would negotiate with the Raiders and say, listen, Colts lost. If we tie, we both end up in the postseason. Let's just do what's best for both of us. Forfeit, let the game result in the tie, and we'll play in the postseason. I'll do that. I'm not joking. I'll do that. Baker just throws this in the dirt. It was a low throw for Chubb. Baker Mayfield, 10 of 27, 144 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, sacked 8 times. That has been his night. We gave the Browns a gift, and they're screwing it up. It is what it is. I mean, it doesn't matter for them. They're already out of the playoffs. They just want to ruin Ben's night, but it doesn't matter now. They're most likely not going to. It really doesn't matter. Man, the Browns are just being the Browns again. What else is new? The Browns have been outscored 117-66 in the fourth quarter this season. That's not good. That's probably why they have 8 wins and 8 wins. That's probably why they have 8 losses and they're about to have 9 losses on the season. You keep getting outscored in the fourth quarter. 3rd down and 10. Baker, stop holding on to the ball before those guys kill you. He's going to take off. He's going to pick up this 1st down. All right. Picks up the 1st down. 2:39 left to go in this game. I mean, Cleveland still has all 3 of their timeouts. If they can find the end zone, they have a chance. Game's not completely over yet, but Baker's going to have to get them down there. I cannot believe Steelers gifted them that 1st down. Way to go, Joe Hayden. For no reason. Pass interference call on 4th and 19. What were you thinking? 1st and 10 here. This game is far from over just yet. They still have all 3 timeouts, and they could still get in the end zone. Baker takes the snap. Pump fakes. Pressure's coming, and he gets sacked again. That's 9 sacks on the night. 9 sacks. This is disgusting. 9 sacks on the night. How do you let your quarterback get sacked 9 times? Are you serious? The Steelers are about to get double-digit sacks here. Just watch. Just watch. 9 sacks on the night? 2nd and 11 here. Just get the ball out of your hands quick. Another stop here by the Steelers defense. How many sacks were versus the Titans years ago? I believe what was it, 11 or 12 sacks that the Ravens had back in 2017 on Marcus Mariota? Bro, he has one of the best O-lines. It's crazy how they're... Maybe they really have given up. 2-minute warning here. There is nothing that says anything about forfeit. And also, I think it's 10 sacks. I really would want to know, like, because if the Chargers and Raiders choose to forfeit that game, somebody has to get the win and somebody has to get the loss, right? Or if it's a situation where both choose to forfeit, maybe it just ends in a tie. So, like, if it ends in a tie, that means both are going to the postseason. So I don't see why those teams just go to Goodell and say, we're not playing. Colts lost, we're not playing. Both of us make the playoffs. They had to have given up. His O-line is good. I know they have injuries on the O-line, so I don't know if that plays. I don't know how much of a factor that plays into this, but still, my God, 9 sacks on the night, maybe even 10 now. Woo! This is disgusting. 2 All-Pro tackles. Are they both on the field? Because I know they're dealing with injuries on their O-line, but I'm not sure if they're on the field or not. Because their offensive line has dealt with some injuries this season. But damn, 9 sacks. Or 10 sacks, whatever it is. This is bad. This is bad all around. It is really just bad all around. What is this? Oh, another one of those commercials with all the Heisman Trophy winners. They love Tebow in these commercials. But it's 2-minute warning. What's up, bro? I didn't know you live. What's going on, George? How you doing, man? Getting ready to call this a night because, man, this has been tedious. Can't even lie. I got to think about, man. This has been an interesting thing to do with this season. But, live streaming takes a lot. Live streaming takes a toll. You cannot be here, especially since this room doesn't have any ventilations. You cannot be here for 3 hours talking. I'm afraid I'm going to lose my voice because I'd be talking so much. 3 hours, 4 hours, man. It's been an interesting season to do this, but I don't know about next season, man. I would have to think about this. Oh, boy, especially because I got a bunch of projects I'm trying to do this year, so we'll see how this goes. But, this has been an interesting process. Can't wait to do this for the postseason, and we'll just see what happens next season when it comes to live streaming. 3rd down and 10 here for the Browns. Congrats, George. 3rd down and 10 here. Baker getting the ball out of his hands quick. How? My goodness. Higgins somehow was able to catch that football. Just planted it on his thigh and just caught it. But it's still going to be short here. 4th down coming up. Game's pretty much here. Game's on the line here. It's either convert this or the game is over. 4th and 2 here. Can the defense make one more stop and give Ben his final win against the Cleveland Browns? Can he get it? This could be the final win of his career against Cleveland, a team that he has owned since he's come into the league pretty much. Can this defense make one more stop for Ben and send him off with his final win in Heinz Field? Here we go, 4th and 2. Baker throws. It's caught. Oh, so we're still here. Peoples-Jones makes the catch. We are still here. Game is still going on. 1:52 left. Gotta hope the Steelers defense can make a stop here. Good throw by Baker. Found Peoples-Jones. Got both feet in bounds. Baker Mayfield on the night, 13 of 30 passing, 168 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, sacked 9 times. Never forget that the Bears could have drafted Patrick Mahomes. They could have. Baker going for the end zone. There's got to be a flag there. No flag. There was contact there with Higgins, but they called no flag. I'm surprised. But yeah, they could have had Patrick Mahomes. They could have had Deshaun Watson. They chose Mitchell Trubisky. Well, I mean, they could have tried. They got Deshaun, but they definitely could have Patrick Mahomes. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I know. I saw right now. Snoop right now is collaborating with Eli. They're doing the whole Monday Night Football thing with him, with Eli and Peyton, and Snoop's on right now. So that's fantastic. Of course, Snoop's going to be on. He's a Steelers fan. 2nd and 10 here. 1:47 left to go in this game. Baker takes a snap, looks towards his left, quick throw. It is caught by Njoku, and he's going to grind, but he's going to pick up 9 yards short of the first. 3rd down and short here. Clock continues to tick. Seems like Cleveland's getting set quickly here. They're going to go no huddle. See if they can get in the end zone here. 3rd down and 1. Baker, quarterback sneak, picks up the 1st down. Clock continues to tick. 1:25 left. Oh, they're going to use their timeout? I saw that shot at Deshaun Watson right there, and it's funny. No, he's not a Packers fan. Lil Wayne is a Packers fan. Lil Wayne is a Packers fan. Snoop is a Steelers fan. Oof. Yeah, the Steelers make the playoffs. That's going to be funny. They've never been under 500 with Ben as a quarterback. That's actually pretty good. Well, he's the first ballot Hall of Famer, no question. First, I mean, unless Cleveland ends up winning this game here, which actually makes it very interesting. First and 10, Baker takes a snap, lobs it towards the end zone. He was looking for Landry. They could not connect. Incomplete. Snoop is a walking W, as always. It would suck for Big Ben's last hurrah to be a first-round exit. Not really. If you make the playoffs one last time, you know, at least you know, at the end of the day, he's not playing well. He's at the end of his career. You know he's not looking great. But if you get to the playoffs, you take this team to the playoffs one more time for one last hurrah, and they lose in the first round, I don't think any Steelers fans can be mad. You know, Ben took this team as far as he can at this stage of his career. You know, you just send them off with a farewell and say, you had a hell of a career, man. 2nd and 10 here for the Browns. Baker's taking a snap. Looks towards his right. He's going to roll to his right. Throws. It is caught at the back of the end zone, but it's incomplete. However, a flag is on the play, and there's going to be pass interference that is going to be called on the Steelers. Ravens have to beat Pittsburgh next week. Yeah, I mean, Ravens have to beat Pittsburgh to have a chance to make the playoffs. Steelers have to beat the Ravens next week to have a chance to make the playoffs. So that's a meaningful game for both teams because neither one is eliminated from playoff contention. They called playoff. Wow, they really called pass interference there. There was contact, but they really called pass interference. That's crazy. I wonder if Pittsburgh will try to get Huntley since this year's draft class has no good quarterback talent. The Ravens are not. You guys keep saying this. The Ravens are not going to give Tyler Huntley to the Steelers. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. That'd be madness. They're not going to do that. 1st and goal. Baker, wide open. Gets it to Bryant here, wide open for the touchdown, and the game is not over yet. What do we have to give up? No, don't care what you have to give up. Why would they want to help their divisional rivals by giving them a quarterback for the future? What do we have to? Why would they want to help the Steelers? You can give up all your draft picks for the next 3 years. Hey, we can give you Tyler Huntley. Give up all your first-round draft picks for the next 3 years, and we'll give you Tyler Huntley. You really think the Ravens, you think Eric DeCosta is going to entertain giving Tyler Huntley to a divisional rival? Why would they do that? Makes no damn sense. Why would you want to help your team? Why would you want to help your opponents like that? You're not gonna do that. Unless you're gonna actually, you already have Lamar. Okay. Why would we want to help our opponents in any fashion? We're not trying to help divisional rivals, and you already have Lamar. Yeah, but you still want to have a great backup, and Tyler Huntley is a great backup. It's not like the Ravens are not gonna shop Tyler Huntley. I guarantee phone calls are gonna be made for Tyler Huntley. And people are going to be offering potentially second round or first round picks for Tyler Huntley. My thing is, I have no problem with that. My thing is, why would they accept anything from the Steelers? They're fine accepting it from anybody else, but why would they accept something from the Steelers? Give us TJ Watt plus 4 second round picks. I agree. Give us TJ Watt. Matter of fact, I don't even need the second round picks. Just give me TJ Watt. That's like us giving Najee for JK. No, That's making a switch. That's actually making a switch right there. That's a different comparison because it's not like you're giving us a quarterback back and we're giving you a quarterback. That's like switching 2 different backs. Switching Najee for JK is not the same as just giving us draft picks for Tyler Huntley. Those are 2 different scenarios. So if you want your quarterback in your future, give us TJ Watt. I want DeCosta. If the Steelers try to entertain that, I want them to sit back and say, I don't want any draft picks. I don't want any draft picks. Give me TJ Watt and I'll trade you Tyler Huntley. Simple as that. We don't even need to do the whole draft picks. If you want Tyler Huntley, give us TJ Watt and we'll give you your quarterback of the future. Simple as that. Onside kick here for the Browns. And obviously the Steelers do recover. And there's still 2 timeouts left, but I don't think they're going to have enough time on the clock to do anything. So this game should pretty much be done. I think we try to get a bunch of first-round picks to build the O-line. We just got Kenny Pickett in the draft. We're good. Yeah, you do that. You do that. But there's no reason we're going to give you Tyler Huntley. If you want Tyler Huntley, give us TJ Watt. We're not going to do anything to help our... We know you're looking for a franchise quarterback. Why would we do anything to help you guys without having something that will benefit us? If you want Tyler Huntley, give us TJ Watt. The thing is, Watt wouldn't be a pure pass rusher in Wink's scheme. That's fine. He's still a great player, and great players will make great plays. He won't be getting the sack production he's getting in Pittsburgh if he was in Baltimore, but I don't care. Great players will make great plays, and he will get some sacks. So simple as that. If you want Tyler Huntley, give me TJ Watt. If not, don't even try to entertain calling DeCosta. Simple as that. I don't want no first or second round picks, and I hope DeCosta has that mindset. Don't give me no first or second round picks. You want your quarterback of the future? You believe Huntley is that guy? Give me TJ Watt. Simple as that. That's all I want. Give me TJ Watt. You can have your quarterback of the future. Or take your chances with the quarterbacks in this draft. But we're not going to gift you a good play. We're not going to gift you your potential future quarterback for draft picks. No. No. You thought the Browns had a chance? The Browns had a chance to do something, but I didn't see it. They had a chance, but I didn't see much here. You're the truth. I appreciate it, man. That's all I'm saying. If you want your future quarterback, if you believe Huntley is the guy, the future franchise quarterback for you, give me TJ Watt and I'll give you Tyler Huntley. Now, if Tyler Huntley ends up, somehow becoming a free agent and just decides to go there, that's fine. But in terms of a trade, Baltimore does not need draft picks from you. If you want Tyler Huntley, give me TJ Watt. And we're glad to give you Tyler Huntley. Simple as that. If you don't give me TJ Watt, don't even try to call over here to Baltimore. We ain't picking up the phone. What about Seahawks? Is it Geno Smith's time if Wilson leaves? I don't even think you want to have Geno Smith time. Oh my God, that would be the worst situation for them. I don't think they want to be put in that type of situation. I'm still flirting with that Zach Wilson trade. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. That Zach Wilson trade. Ain't nobody want no Zach Wilson. He's young. He'll learn. He needs a lot of work. He needs a lot of work. I hope he puts in the work this offseason, but he needs a lot of work. No, for Huntley, 22 first-round picks, T.J. Watt, Cameron Hayward, Joe Hayden, Deontay Johnson, Mika Fitzpatrick, and Prescott. No, I don't need all of that. I don't need all of that. All right, Steelers have ended this game, and Harris breaks it free, and he is going to score a touchdown to put this game on ice. And the Steelers will win Ben Roethlisberger's final home game of his career. They will get the W. So, yeah, that's all I would have to say. I don't need any of those other picks. I don't need the players. I say, if you want Tyler Huntley, give me T.J. Watt. If not, don't even call. We don't want to hear it. Dak always comes up short in the most opportune times. We'll see if he does that in the playoffs this year. Hopefully not, for Cowboys' sakes. No, we're not giving up all that for a quarterback. No, you don't need to give up all that. I don't need all those first-round picks, nothing. You want your quarterback of your future, give me T.J. Watt. That's it. If you don't, give me that. Good luck in the draft. Find somebody else. But I'm not giving you Tyler Huntley unless you give me T.J. Watt. And I hope DeCosta has that mindset. I don't want a first-round pick. I don't want second-round picks. Give me T.J. Watt. If you're going to take something, if you're going to take a guy that could potentially be your next franchise guy, I want your best player. Give me T.J. Watt. If not, good luck in the draft. Best of luck there. So the Steelers will definitely send off Ben into retirement with a W in his final home game. Now, of course, his final game will be next week against his most hated rival in the Baltimore Ravens. And let's see if he can end it off on a win and maybe a playoff berth. Who knows? But in his final home game of his career, Ben Roethlisberger will get a victory against a team he has owned the most throughout his career. What a way for the Browns to try to end this right here. Nope, don't want Juju. Give me T.J. Watt. There's no debate. We're not trying to negotiate nothing. I don't want Juju. I don't want Deontay Johnson. I don't want Chase Claypool. We're fine with our receivers. I don't want nobody in your secondary. I don't want Najee. I want T.J. Watt. If you can't give me T.J. Watt, don't call me. There's no negotiations. There's no debates. I want one person. I don't want draft picks. I don't want none of your receivers. I don't want none of your offensive linemen. I don't want anybody in your defense other than T.J. Watt. Give me T.J. Watt, and I'll give you Tyler Huntley. Simple as that. There's no negotiation. Would you settle for Juju? No. We don't want Juju. We don't want Claypool. We don't want Deontay Johnson. We don't want Washington. We don't want none of your players. We want T.J. Watt. We don't want none of your offensive players. We don't want nobody in your secondary. Give me T.J. Watt. Simple as that. If you can't give me T.J. Watt, don't call me. That's how DeCosta has to be with it. Go with the draft. Go with the draft. Best of luck there. If none of those quarterbacks work out, oh well. But go with the draft. We're not negotiating nothing. Give me T.J. Watt. Finna think I'm going to give you an opportunity to get your potential future quarterback, and I'm not about to take something precious from you? No. I don't want your draft picks. Your draft picks don't mean much of nothing here. Those draft picks can end up being bust. Not to mention, I've looked at how DeCosta drafted. Until we could see him hit on a lot of plays, draft picks mean nothing to me. I want T.J. Watt. Simple as that. And I hope DeCosta has that mindset. Give me T.J. Watt, I'll give you a Tyler Huntley. Simple as that. If not, don't call my phone. But yeah, man, Steelers going out in the final game, in the final home game of Ben Roethlisberger's career. He's going out the right way. At this point, Baker's just throwing the football just to kill time. They ain't got no timeouts left. It don't matter. The game's pretty much done here. It's been decided. But yeah, what a career for Ben Roethlisberger. Last time he's playing in here, and he gets the win. Good for him. Good for him. Y'all defense already dominates, so T.J. Watt does not help us. That's cool. That's great. I still want T.J. Watt. I'm not. You can try to negotiate or speak up on anything else. I'm not changing my stance. I want T.J. Watt. He's not going to help you much. I don't care. I want T.J. Watt. I want your best player. If you're going to get a future franchise quarterback, give me your best player. I'm not about to give you those draft picks that you can give me. They're not guaranteed to come up and work out for the Ravens. And considering how the Ravens have drafted under DeCosta, it may not work out. You may end up getting a second-round draft pick that doesn't do much. I don't want those draft picks. I want your best player. I want your best player. I don't want nothing. He's not really going to help your defense out that much. I don't care. Give me your best player. I'm not giving you a potential future franchise quarterback if you don't give me your best player. Is that a pick? Wow. So with the turnover here, I believe a pick. Baker throws a second pick, or it's a fumble or something. But with another turnover here, with 10 seconds left, Ben will have an opportunity to get his final snap here in Heinz Field. What a way for him to end off his career. This is the best way you can end off. All right, you win. We're going to the draft. Go to the draft. If you can get a quarterback there and it works out, cool. If not, prepare to head into the dark ages until you can find another franchise quarterback. Simple as that. So Ben Roethlisberger gets to have his final snap in Heinz Field for his career. There it is. And that ends an amazing career in this stadium. A man that has won this team 2 Super Bowls has played his final game in this stadium. And it ends with a victory against the team he has owned the most in this division since he got drafted here. One more game left in this man's career, potentially, because I believe he's going to retire after this. But one more game left in this man's career, and it's against his most hated rival. How is he going to perform in Baltimore? I'm very interested. But it's his final game here, and Ben, farewell, my friend. Well, he's not done yet. I got to see him next week, so that should be fun. But, yeah, it's final game here in Heinz Field ends with a victory. And the funny part about it is Pittsburgh is still technically alive. Even if he doesn't help us, at least Steelers don't have him. That's my mindset. If you want your future franchise quarterback, give me your best player. I'm not about to just take some draft picks that's not going to work out. Give me TJ Watt. I don't want anyone else. Give me TJ Watt. Otherwise, good luck in the draft. I wish you best of luck. But that is going to do it here. Ben Roethlisberger, in his final game at Heinz Field, he gets the victory against the team he has destroyed and the team he has owned since he was first drafted to Pittsburgh. That's how you want to end off. Season ain't over for the Steelers just yet. They got one more game left to play against their most hated rival, and if they can somehow get the win, they may get a chance to go to the playoffs. If not, Ben heads into the sunset, beating up on his oldest rival. Well, his oldest rival, but his biggest rival. So Ben has an opportunity next week to end on the right pace. Just end on the right pace. For his career. We'll see how that goes next week. Oh, look at this man Ben crying. All right, that's good for him. I'm about to cut this too. Ben, top 30 greatest quarterbacks. You can make. I have no problem putting him on that list. The dude is a 2-time Super Bowl champion. You can put him on the list if you want. That's not a hot take. That makes sense. But I'm gonna end it here. I appreciate all you guys for watching. It's been an interesting time. Getting to watch Ben play in his final game in Heinz Field was interesting. He didn't play great, but the team got the win, so that's all that matters. And Ben gets to end off, his career with the win. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Obviously, Week 18 is going to be interesting. We'll see what happens at the end of the season. We'll see who makes the playoffs and who don't. But, my voice is about gone. But let me end it here. With that being said, that is all I got. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.